Shout out to my boy OJ in the building. OJ Simpson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is Saturday morning, and you are watching Love Crossing Borders with Andre and Andrea. Oh, yeah, guys. Shout out to you guys being here. We're going to do a part 2 to the video that we were actually working on yesterday. And in that video, hope you guys can hear me clearly. In that video, we were listening to the story of a young man who talked about what went on and how masculinity is under attack right now. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get started, you already know how we do. We got to get these shout outs. Let me make sure that I'm bada bing, bada boom. Okay, cool. Shout out to my man Don in the building. Numero uno. Shout out to you being here this morning. We got a good one. We got 15 people in the building so far. Click that like button because you already know
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oprah's coming next. Shout out to Oprah coming next. All right, guys. Let's get ready to continue to get started. Scroll on down. We got Love W with the For the Love of the Game, just supporting with the $9.99 right out the gate. Shout out to you, brother. Let me make sure that horn is not too loud for you guys. Let's put some music on. I was wondering what was missing. What was missing, Andre? Let's put some music on. Let's see what we got right here. Oh, no. Let's go here first. No, I'm not feeling that one either. There we go. That's some Saturday morning for you. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit. Now that's some Saturday morning shout out. Good afternoon to everyone that's in here. Black Nubians in the building. The Canadian boys are at it again.
He said, oh, Canada.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you. Make sure you guys click that like button. Share the video. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it on your Instagram. Put it in your WhatsApp groups. Share the video with God. Shout out to them Cleveland boys, them Ohio players. Roller coaster. Roller coaster. Ooh. As you can tell, I can't sing. And plus, I got throat surgery coming up next week. So you can tell how bad my voice actually is. But shout out to you guys that are here this morning. Once again, we're going to do the part 2 to the topic that we talked about. Why is it that women are always calling men sassy? What is it with this attack on true masculinity? We don't get it, but we're going to hear the story from this young man. And when you watch this video, don't just hear the story that the young man is telling, but watch the facial reactions of the women. Because one thing that women detest more than anything else is having to take accountability. Cologne for the day is, it is Stronger With You. Stronger With You by Armani. That's the cologne of the day. Hope you can see that title on there, Stronger With You. Really good cologne. Stronger With You Absolute is great too. That's right, Black Empowerment. Drizzle all over them. Drizzle all on their face. Shout out to you. My man For Profit's in the building. Shout out to you being here, brother. Salute to you, Jay. Yes, sir. Jay Curve is in the building. Shout out to you, aka Jay Fleming. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Support Black male media. This is what we do. And the only way we can support you guys, especially when we got 22 people in the building, make sure that you drop the link to your YouTube channel so we can support you. We can't support the unsupportable if you don't drop the link for us in the background. All right. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me move that from the back of my head, that cologne. That is getting on my nerves. That's working. My really good cologne. Santel Wood by AJ Mall. This is like one of my $300 colognes. Really good. I really like the case that it comes in. Really nice. And then you take it out. This is one of those grown man colognes. If you're grown, for $300, it better be a grown man cologne. And that's the name of it right there, by AJ Mall. Very expensive cologne. Comes with a nice little Middle Eastern little information in it about all their colognes that they make. So if you're trying to get some information on all their colognes, they have that for you. But I figured I'd start off with this one right here, which is a really good one. So AJ Mall, Santa Wood. Really good cologne. All right. Oh, here we go. Now you guys get a chance to see what all the other colognes are. You got the peach cologne back here. You've got, of course, the infamous Spice Bomb Extreme back here. And you got a bunch of other colognes back here that I haven't even had a chance to introduce you guys to yet. All right. He said, Dre, drop the link. I need to subscribe to your channel, bro. Oh, yeah, you can. Actually, I forgot to drop the other link. I forgot to drop the link for the guys that want to join the the membership. Let me get that together. What are you doing, Dre? What are you doing? Shout out to you guys being here this morning. I appreciate the support. This is a really, really good video, by the way, that we're going to be going over. Here we go. Let me get this real quick. I don't know what's been going on with my mouse lately. Thank you guys for your patience, by the way. Goodness gracious, this is not that serious, people. Let this, come on, mouse, get it together. I am live, get it together. Let me see if I can grab it this way. There we go. Copy this. Let's go back. All right. These are the little things that you learn about when you're doing live streams. It's the little things. It's the little things. Shout out to my man, Joe Nemeth in the building. And Andre Thomas in the building. Shout out to you, Dre. Let me place that right there. And move this here. Bam. So anybody want to join or and support the channel, at least 2 people today, we appreciate that. Just 2 people. And we got a lot of information that we're going to have on the channel for you guys. Yes, sir. And my man LJ, the Southern Vegan in the building. Shout out to you as well. And my man Darth is in the building. We got 35 in the building. Click that like button.
Oprah coming next.
Oprah is coming next. We're not going to take too long today. Let's go directly to the super chats. Give a shout out to these guys. My man Fadi's in the building as well. He said, why is masculinity under attack? They are fighting the shift in the power dynamic. This is true. Back to where the power dynamic needs to be too. He said they realize that the giant is awakening and it terrifies them. This is true. We sat back quietly as a dormant dragon for 40 years. We sat back and let women say what they got to say. Women, get it off your chest. Say it with your chest, get it off your chest. Use Sally Jesse Raphael, use Phil Donahue, use Oprah, use BET. Go ahead, get it off your chest, lady. We're gonna give you 40 years to make all the movies you want, make all the commentary you want, come with all the talk shows you want, all the songs you want. I don't want no scrub, Mr. He Ain't Ride, and all that. Make all those songs, lady. We ain't saying nothing. The giant lie dormant. Now it's our turn. Let us clear our throats. And as we cleared our throats, women didn't think we had anything to say because we didn't say anything for 40 years. Just because a dragon is sleeping for 40 years doesn't make it any less a dragon. To all us Game of Thrones and House of Dragon fans. Doesn't make it any less a dragon. So now that the dragon is awake and has something to say, all hell breaks loose. Oh my God, I thought it was a dead dragon. I didn't know the dragon was sleeping. I just thought it was dead. No, this dragon was sleeping. And now we have something to say in response to what you ladies have been saying for 40 years. Shout out to them Cleveland boys once again. Love to Andrea as well. She in there knocked out sleep. She in there knocked out sleep. I'm glad that she gets some good sleep. Iman is in the building. Shout out to you being here, brother, as well. Iman is in the building. As well as new member. My man Dre is a new member. Shout out to you, brother. Yes, they did. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. He said they woke a sleeping giant. That's all they did, sleeping giants. That's all they managed to do. All they had to do was just be supported. Nobody cared about, them going out and get careers, getting jobs and all those things. That's cool. Get your money, ladies. But when you made a few dollars and try to pretend like it was more than what it is, come on, ladies. Morning to you too, brother. Morning to you too. Let's get started with this video. I'm going to change the music over. Kind of like slow it down just a little bit. Turn it down to maybe like 9. Let me hear what music is playing. Okay. Let's put it around 9. I've got it at 8. Let me break it down. There we go. Keep the music just right. And now we're going to go to the video. And I won't be doing too much interrupting. But we can even start it off from scratch.
I was in prison. I was in Southport box. I was in solitary confinement.
What is that?
Southport box. It's like the whole, like when you use the jail inside the jail. So, I cut 2 people and I'm doing 2 years in a box, 24-hour lockdown. And I'm giving up on life, right? At this point, my whole life, mother was a drug addict. Father wasn't there, homeless, in and out of the system. So by the time I got to prison, the devil beat me, right? Like the devil just flat out beat me. And I gave up. And I said, when I get out the hole this time, as soon as I get my hand on a knife, I'm going to stab a police officer. They're going to either kill me or give me life in prison. And that was it. So, God came to visit me in that cell. And it felt like I almost died in that cell and was kind of like reborn. And my life just became clear, like purposeful, right? Like everything I went through with my mother, I was molested by my mother. Father wasn't there. Mother was a drug addict, so everything that I went through in the early part of my life, it made sense. And God kind of gave me like this revelation of seeing like, okay, well, you're strong here, you're smart here, you're creative here. This is who you are, and this is what you're gonna do. And then from prison, I started cultivating a plan to strengthen my family, put myself in a better position mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and that's what it was. It was tough, right? Like I got a song I'm working on now called "Motherless Child." Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. No support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different pussy, C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me. Every other week, you got a new man in the house. You got the nerve to point to him like he the man of the house. And they all wanted me to call him dad. They all wanted me to call him dad. I grew up confused. I got beaten, so I was black and blue. And you wonder why I'm in school acting a fool, cutting class, picking fights, couldn't follow the rules. Free lunch won't cut it. I'm still hungry. I need food. Hooked up with Daryl, selling weed now, mama. I'm making moves. Yeah, mama, I'm making moves. You put a pins warming out, left me in the system. Plus, you ain't called back. They ain't love what you call that. If you ain't want a son, mama, shit. Should have left me in that ball sack. Two sides to the story. But I ain't having it. Too many demons inside I got to battle with, and fuck whoever trying to play devil's advocate. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand how real this is. I was just a kid, 5. Had to look my mama in the eye. Half sleep, half high. And you wonder why I'm outside smoking weed, pistol in my pocket, throwing up gang signs. You a junkie, mama. How you gonna demand respect? I guess you beat me because I look like the man that left. I spit an image of my daddy, huh? That's why you slap me? Can nothing please you? You ain't never happy. Straight A's on report cards getting ripped. Christmas, birthdays, I ain't getting shit. Every man I see you with call you bitch. This is what I deal with. Yeah, this is what I deal. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. It feels like God cursed me and my brothers, because all I do is suffer, and the pain came from my mother. A rose won't grow from this concrete. Roots getting pulled out, petals getting stepped on. You came home high, beat me half to death. You said that I slept wrong. Bloody tampons, empty bottles of liquor, cracked valves on the same bed I slept on. How the fuck could I sleep wrong? You got me laying on the bed I could barely even sleep on. So, you know, that was the life, right?
Bars
as a child,
right there.
Was very dysfunctional early, and I going through demons and everything. I mean, it was a lot of rage, a lot of anger. So when I got to prison, I couldn't run from myself. I couldn't hide in the blunt.
Right.
I couldn't hide in the bottle. I couldn't, I was a playboy. I couldn't hide in the pussy, right? There was no more windows to look out. I had to look into the mirror, and I looked in the self. And then it was like this self-realization that happened because of all that pain and trauma. So when I got the call sheet and it was like talking about, father not being there, a lot of times we talk about, deadbeat daddies, but it's a lot of deadbeat mommies out here too as well.
Absolutely.
You close to your mom right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's pause it right there for a second. He's absolutely correct. Society always want to talk about deadbeat dads. I would love to find out what the stats are on, the true stats on fathers that are there with their children compared to those that leave their children. And those that leave their children aren't necessarily deadbeat, because a lot of guys just don't get access to their children because of the system. Like I always say, what are the 3 pillars of the Passport Bro movement? New lifestyle, new ladies, and just as important, new laws. When you're having children in other countries, you're up under new laws, better laws that allow you to be there for the family. It's kind of crazy, man. I was doing an excerpt on child support court in the States, and then child support court in Europe. Bruh, it's like day and night compared to the United States. The hell that fathers go through in the United States to be fathers compared to the smoothness, even if the 2 parents aren't together, the smoothness it is in many parts of Europe. I'm not saying all of Europe, but in many parts of Europe, man, completely different. So when I say that when we use our passports, you're now up under the umbrella of different laws when you get married, different laws when you have children, different laws when we want to start a business, different laws when you want to buy a piece of property in another country. Completely different. So remember, the 3 legs of the Passport Bro movement: a new lifestyle, whether it be your health, whether it be your finances, whether it be cost of living, whether it be whatever, customs, cultures, new lifestyle, new ladies, fit, feminine, friendly, supportive, submissive, soup sandwich, sex, and new laws. New laws, man. Never forget that part. Now he's going to ask him about, are you cool with your mama? And he's like, nah, bro.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, listen, I think people, I had to learn to forgive, let go, and love from a distance. So I can say fuck my mother, but I'm not affected by it. And a lot of times I feel like the victim gives the victimizer power over closure. And I spent a long time in life waiting for that closure, waiting for mommy to be like, you know, I'm sorry, you know. And I spent a small portion of life trying to find the love I never got from my mother in a woman. And then I had to realize that a woman can't give you a mother's love. A woman can give you a woman's love, just as powerful and sometimes even more powerful if you didn't have a mother to give you love. So I had to realize that, separate the two, you know, forgive my mother, love her from a distance, and take the power of closure out of her hands, put it in the hands of God, and that's where my healing and closure came from.
Somebody said, Smart, what's your ideology or definition of forgiveness? How would you define forgiving?
See, I gotta break shit up, right? I like words, right?
Etymology.
So it's not for me, it's for you. It's for you, victimizer. And I'm giving the energy back. You can hold that. And I'm free and I'm moving on. I'm letting it go. And a lot of times, you know, we have to learn how to let go of shit. I had to learn. My mother's evil. Now, if you have a good mother, appreciate her. We're not mommy bashing over here. But the reality for me, you know, my mom's had demons that she never got over. And sometimes children pay for the sins of their parents.
Pause. He's absolutely correct. Some of us have amazing parents. Mom, dad, great. Some of you, your parents are some of the closest people that support you to this day. But there are still some of us out here that didn't have that option. Like he said in his story, he said his mom was pure evil. My mom wasn't pure evil, but my mom had chemical imbalances that caused her to go through a lot of mental issues, a lot of mental breakdowns, a lot of times when she was locked up in mental institutions because of chemical imbalances. It's something that, you know, they didn't have the medication for it during that era. They didn't have the type of therapy that they have now. Black people weren't taking therapy at that time period. So she suffered a lot of years until her older years to where she got more balanced chemically. But do realize that you still have to learn to forgive people. Like he says, I give that pain back to you. I'm agree with it. I agree with it 100%. The reason why I'm talking about this topic, this is very important because at the end of the day, as I mentioned before yesterday, if you're a passport bro, blue book gentleman, passport cartel, passport sis, if you're a passport couple that travels, an expat, a digital nomad, I'm letting you know now, if you don't have your mind right before you leave the United States, what's going to happen is you'll see a lot of your baggage traveling along with you. And I don't mean your backpack or your suitcase. I mean, a lot of your mental baggage will follow you. So one of the things that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to focus on making sure that you have no mental baggage going along with you to your new country. Because if you don't get that in order, I'm telling you right now, you're going to feel the effects of it in your new country. So you don't want that headache. Let's continue going on with this video.
And I paid for those things. And I paid with pain, blood. I could have lost my life. So, and I remember having a conversation. I spit in my own mother's face. I remember having a conversation with her, ready to kill my mother. After years and years and years of saying, you ain't even gonna say sorry. You making excuses. You locked me in closets to go out and get high. I forgot I was in there. Now I figured out how to get out the closet. And then when you came home, you beat me within the inch of my life. Like, why you out the what? Like, man, listen. I'm not gonna, you know, so how I feel about forgiveness is that energy is for the victimizer. And the victim needs to give that energy back and let it, and just leave it there and move on. You know, because if you keep trying to forgive or wait for the person to say sorry or you conjure up the strength to be strong enough to say, I forgive you, that's too much, man. I ain't doing all that. Fuck you, I'm keeping it moving. And then I'm gonna forget you. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I agree with it 100%. That's the type of personality I am. I'm not the type of guy that I need for a person to say, Andre, my fault, my bad. I don't need that. I just continue. I move on. I got YouTube friends that I've moved on from. I've got friends in the streets I've moved on from. I've got family members that I've moved on from. I'm not mad at them. I don't hold any grudge. Remember this, guys. Just because you've moved on or separated and you can still care about people. You can still love people. You just do it from a distance now. You don't have any animosity. You don't have any anger or hate or malice towards somebody. It's just that you realize that being around that person is not parallel to the direction that you're trying to take your life. So therefore, you like, okay, it is what it is, and you don't trip on it. You just go ahead, go about your business. So at the end of the day, guys, just like I said, this topic in regards to the attack on masculinity, one of the areas is make sure that you protect your masculinity. And one of the ways of being a masculine man is you got to learn to forgive people. How you forgive might be different from how another person forgives. But as a passport bro, you're going to have to learn to forgive. And if you're going to wait around the United States, here's another one, passport bros. If you're going to be waiting around the United States until somebody says, I'm sorry, it was my bad, you're going to be waiting. You ain't going nowhere. If you wait for your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife to call you one day and apologize on bended knee, you waiting for your father to fall through. He ain't never fell through like he was supposed to. If you waiting for all that, passport bros, bro, you wasted your time. If they was going to apologize, they'd apologize before you even got your passport. I'll say that again. If those people in your life that you were waiting for to apologize were going to apologize, bruh, they would have did that long before you even got your passport. So it's obvious that they are not going to be in the position. Let me pull myself up here. It's obvious that they're not in the position or the mindset to apologize to you. So go ahead, live your life, do the things that you want to do, because at the end of the day, you deserve the life that you're scheduling in other countries. Shout out to you. ER says this. He says, as a healthcare professional with over 40 years, listen to him speak and express himself. He has some unresolved issues. You see that? Absolutely. He said he has some unresolved issues. Simply suppressing those feelings won't work. They will bubble up. Absolutely correct. And that's why I say, guys, get the therapy you need or whatever it is that you need to do, because everybody handles pressure differently. So at the end of the day, guys, whatever you need to do before you leave the United States for your mental health, do that, as well as using, travel as therapy, but also make sure that you get the mental help that you need if you're in that position. Mind you, I'm one of those people that I've been through enough tempestuous moments in life that things don't get to me like they get to other people. Like, I'm at that stage of life that stuff that will break another person's back, I'm more or less like, I'm a solution focused person. So when a problem comes, I have a choice. The human brain doesn't focus on the problem or the solution at the same time. So I have a choice. I've made the choice to rarely focus on the problem. I'll give a problem like an hour, maybe 2 hours at max if it's that bad. But most of the time, Andre will tell you, Andre is 100% solution focused. There is nothing that distracts me from focusing on the solution. I don't care what the problem is. I don't care if it's a death in the family. I don't care if it's an economic situation. I don't care if it's a health situation. I don't care if it has to do with our business or our brand. I don't care what it is. Andre is 100% solution focused, because I learned that early. The human brain does not focus on the problem and the solution at the same time. You can't focus on fixing the flat tire and crying about the flat tire at the same time. So you either going to cry about the flat tire or you're going to fix it. But the human brain doesn't focus on both at the same time, even though you might be complaining while you're fixing it. But you're really still focusing on the solution of that flat tire. And like I said, once I discovered that, I'm telling you, man, it was a game changer. Game changer. Kid you not. Here we go. Let's go back to the video.
So I asked you because I think that, and this is my perspective.
For sure.
You feel me? Forgiveness is not for them, it's for both.
Okay.
Right? It's just a simple concept. Right?
Okay.
But I think that the best thing to do when you forgive somebody, and I actually said this before on the table, because I had a lot of similar pain, different shit, but same ball game, right? And it ate me alive from the inside out, right? So one thing that they told me was forgiving realistically is to be able to live as if it never happened to you. So if I could hold on to that pain, even though I might say, fuck you, I forgot, like, I could push it to the side, but if I still got a pain inside me from what happened, I'm not completely forgiving the situation. I could forgive the person, but I ain't forgive the situation. I ain't forgive my traumas. I ain't forgive what I dealt with or anything, right? That means there's still, some part of me that I got to work that part out, right? And, it's not easy eventually, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on me.
For sure.
Eventually I did it. But I think there's a beauty, though, in the adversity for those that survive. Right?
Wait, I want to ask something
Let's
too.
pause it right there for a second. Let's pause it right there for a second. Shout out to my man Matt Dallas in the building. Matt Dallas says, "Good afternoon, Dre." He said, "Your work, you work the solution and not the problem. The problem will always be there. The solution is how to move away from it or the problem." Absolutely. I used to tell that to my students. They'll come to me, when I was a college recruiter for 20 years in the States. That's what my career was. And so my students would come to me and they'd be frustrated about classwork and things like that. And I would tell them, I'm going to give you 1 hour or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, however long it takes to vent. Let it out. I don't care whatever the situation, you want to cuss, fuss, cry, whatever it is, let it out. You got 1 hour. After that hour, you need to be focused on a solution. If you can't get that together, maybe you need a tutor. You can't afford the tutor. I saw you at a party last week. The same money that you use to get into that party, you can afford to get a tutor. There's free tutoring on this campus as well. Solution oriented. I know the problems of life will always be there, but the solutions are always there with them. Even the Bible says God's not going to put more on you than you can already handle. In other words, the solutions on handling that situation is already there along with the problem. Life will never give you a problem that the solution to that problem is not there as well. Even if somebody passes on, the solution is how you handle that person passing on, how you handle the situation. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something tangible that you do, but the solution could be something that's emotional that you do. And like, I agree with you guys in regards to the young man's still got some issues, but you got to realize this brother was in a hole for 2 years. I'm talking about the prison inside the prison. I'm taking from me. I've been to the hole, bruh. I spent a week in the hole, and it is a mental trip. Now, you're not bouncing off of walls, but some people bouncing off of walls. You on 23, 24-hour lockdown in one small area. Some of y'all can't even do that in a cubicle for 8 hours getting paid. So what I'm saying is, yes, this brother got some things that he needs to have some therapy for. But as far as forgiving people and moving on with his life, I can agree with him in regards to that. It's better to just move on with your life and get the help that you need than sit around being bitter with people. The other thing, if you know somebody is, see, a lot of people don't want to admit this. He said, my mom is just evil like that. And since that person is evil, no matter what, because wasn't just evil to him, he's going to describe how she was evil to his other brothers. So she just pure evil towards her children. There are parents out there like that. We don't want to admit that. We think everybody's mama is baking cookies and cakes. But at the end of the day, that's not necessarily true. So he said, listen, as a child, I couldn't get away from a person that was evil. As an adult, I could put distance between myself and my mother, who is evil. I agree with them. Some of us will say, well, that's your mama. That person is evil. Some of y'all still sit up under people in your family right now and friends that mean you no good just because they hold the title or the bloodline. Just because that dude hold the title of your friend from back in high school and y'all still friends, you still put up with his BS. And you know that is BS. Some of you got individuals in your family that you still tolerate. Family is family. Blood is thicker than water. No, man, that's what messed the black community up before. We kept allowing stuff to take place in the dark in the black community and pretended like it was only the white people act like that. Knowing that locking kids in the closet was some of the things that happen in some black families as well. Domestic violence as well as touching on children was happening in black families as well. But we kept it quiet. So now you got a generation of young men like him that said, I'm not about to bring that evil to my children. So if I got to be distanced from the family in order to create a solid, healthy family, so be it. I agree with them on that one. Definitely. Shout out to you guys that are here. We got 65 in the building. Shout out to Mad Dollar. He said, one of those Canadian boys sending support. Shout out to you. Yes, sir.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Them Canadian boys are at it again, Mom. They're at it again. Shout out to you with the $2 super chat. Let's get back to the video, guys. I know you guys have some things to say as well. And Joe Nemeth, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Dude. Okay. We're going to let him run around like a little puppy, man, just talking to be talking. Shout out to you, Dre, once again. Let's get started.
And this is what I had to learn, right? Because I got two of my little brothers, right? I got 8 brothers, right? Everybody's pain threshold is different. Right? Everybody's solution is going to be tailor-made to the individual, right? Some people might have to Gandhi, Kumbaya, Mother Teresa, forgive, right? Some people going to have to say, fuck you, I'm a chainsaw, brush your teeth with a chainsaw and give you the pain you gave. Everybody's pain threshold is different. Everybody, you know, some people need redemption, some people need revenge, some people need closure. Listen, for me, I had to leave that shit alone.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah. And you know, so I'm an advocate for finding your solution. I'm an advocate for understanding your medicine. And then once you identify what is suitable for you, then you put that in motion. Self-reliance is a virtue. God blesses the child that has his own. And then there's an unapologetic healing that takes place. I'm not here to heal for you. I'm not here to heal for you. And I think people make that mistake. Women, men, especially in our culture. I'm here to heal for you. Well, you're not healed and you need, man, listen, man, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't heal for you, though.
Did you think you healed for somebody else?
I healed for myself, bro. Listen, what you drink don't make me pee. You see? What I eat don't make you shit. Tonight, when I leave here, I'm going to the studio. I'm going to eat some lamb chops. I'm probably going to watch something on Amazon. I've been up for like 3 days. I'm going to lay in my nice California king-size bed. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to snore. I'm going to snore. I'm going to have a dream. If I have a dream, it's going to probably be some Ethiopian model girls giving me blowjobs. And then that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna drift off, man.
Shout out to our Habesha sisters.
Yeah. BJ's in Wakanda tonight for me, man.
I ain't mad at you, brother.
You know, it's the strength.
And what he said is true too. For many of us, what we've gone through in life, or are going through in life, it's hard for us to forgive and move on. But for others, hey, it happened. I can't do anything about it right now. What can I do? Nothing. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm not about to let this eat me up, and I'm not about to let this interrupt the flow of my life. And we just continue moving on and do what we need to do. Once again, this topic for today, we're talking about mental health issues, is because there are so many people that do have passports. Glad that we have them. But if we don't get our mental health on track before you leave the United States, I'm telling you, it's going to still follow you to another country, and you're going to go and try to build a new. Some dudes are getting divorces in other countries right motherfucking now. You know why? Because they didn't know how to have a good relationship or pick a good woman while they were in the States. And guess what they were able to do when they got to another country? They weren't able to pick a good woman in another country. Nobody wants to talk about that part. Some of us do not know how to pick a good woman if her last name was good woman. If her last name was good woman, we couldn't pick a good woman in the States. Oh, we could pick somebody to have sex with. Oh, yes, we could. But when it comes to having stable relationships, some of us have been with 100 women, 4 relationships. 2 of them, we messed up. So we only had 2 decent relationships. So out of 100 chicks that you smashed, only 2 of them were decent relationships. And you think you're going to take your happy ass to another country because you got a passport, and all of a sudden the wisdom from the guru from above is going to click in, and all of a sudden you're going to pick good women. Get the fuck out. No, it doesn't work like that. Before you leave the United States or UK or Europe or whatever part of the world that you're in, and you plan on relocate to another country, make sure that you are also focusing on not just your physical health, but your mental health as well, which is, of course, part of your physical health. That's just as important. Because if you don't, you're going to go back, you're going to go to these countries, and you're going to be one of those dudes jumping from country to country to country, and ain't nothing working out. And every woman somebody see you with on camera is some bullshitty chick. And good women really don't fuck with you like that. But you always on camera. Dancing in the videos. Producing the music. Dancing in the videos. He said, that being said, you could come a full-blown attorney. I don't know what. Hey, Joe. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read one more of your comments. Get it together, bro. Because we're talking about a totally different topic. We don't know what the hell you talking about. You just run and you just rambling. You just rambling off like you ain't got nothing else to do. It's Saturday afternoon. I guess you got today is an off day. You ain't got to work no overtime. Because you ain't talking about nothing that got to do with the subject matter that we're talking about today. The sky is purple type of shit. Oh, my brothers. I love y'all, though. I love y'all, though, for real. Hey, ain't nobody thinking about student loans overseas. That ain't even the subject matter. Where the hell student loans come in? You talking about milk the student loans, No. See, that's that mentality that I'm trying to tell y'all guys about. You take certain mindsets to another country, let me get that hookup. See, in the United States, we always been programmed, especially in our let's go with it, Joe. Let's roll with it. We always want the hookup. If you are not truly going to be a student in another country, you're not going to be sincere with the money that's being used. No use of milking the U.S. government if you don't live there no more anyway. If you're not living in the States, why are you trying to steal milk? Because no. That's that American, I need to be hooked up mindset. I got the hookup, like the PPP loans type of shit. So if we're going to roll with it, let's roll with it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you use student loans overseas. Good for you, brother. We're trying to get guys to the point where they don't need to use student loans overseas. We're trying to get guys to the point where you don't need to have that let me get that hookup mentality. That's what fuck up a lot of black men as is. Always trying to get the hookup. Would a white man do it? Okay, maybe the white man does do certain things. But since y'all so in love with following what Zaddy do, that don't make it right because Zaddy does it. I know a lot of white mans that ain't getting the hookup, just regular ass dudes. What's my point? If you guys go overseas with that I need to hook up mentality, I'm telling y'all, your shit ain't gonna work. So you go ahead, get the hookup. Now you got all these damn loans that you got to pay back. You see what I'm going with that, guys? Well, I don't live in the States. It don't matter. That's the part. That street mentality shit, keep that shit in the States. That I need a hookup in life, keep that in the States. Grind your shit out. You ain't telling these dudes, hey Joe, I noticed this. You ain't telling none of these dudes after graduation, the direction that your career went. You ain't telling none of these dudes how much that they could make if they could do what you doing right now as far as a career. I noticed you ain't put none of that in there. None of it. You just talking about the hookup part, but you ain't telling these dudes after you graduated, if you graduated, you ain't telling them how, if these loans can be paid back, need to be paid back or not. Are there Pell Grants? Are there student loans? Are there scholarships? Remember, I used to be a college recruiter for 20 years. So if you want to talk about this, let's go for it. Let me get the hookup mentality, man, that's that nigga street shit from Eastside Detroit. That's the stuff that we need to be delivered from before we take our ass to other countries. That same street shit. And all y'all doing is doing it in a suit. So my point is, you ain't hooking nobody up. You just talking to be talking, dude. But I'm glad that you brought that up because it lets me talk about the fact that there's some mental shit that black men need to get over as well as white men before we take our asses to another country. That's so true. I'm glad that you brought that up because all you talking about is hookup, but you ain't talking about the career that you got. You ain't talking about, hey guys, I'm making 6 figures with this career. Here's the connection on how you get to this career. All you talking about is student loans, student loans, student loans. What the fuck you talking about? We talking about mental health. You talking about student loans. Say that for another channel. Save that for another live stream, another show. Great information, but you picking the wrong day and the wrong time for that shit. What are you doing? Damn, boy. Y'all funny. Y'all funny than a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that. It's for real. It is not that serious. It is not that serious. Mad Dollar say, Joe, look at me. Look at me. Trey is the captain now. Shout out to you. Yeah, time him out, bro. Yeah, time him out. Let him rest for a minute, man. Get his thoughts together. Let's get back to the video.
But again, everybody's pay threshold is different. And I learned this from my brothers. 'Cause I got a baby brother that, you know, I've done things for him and I gave him access to resources that if I would have had access to, man, I would have skyrocketed.
Pal.
And he didn't. And I'd be like, man, you fucking
crazy,
pussy. I'd be on, you know, big bro, right? And I had to realize that, wait a minute. For some, a broken nail feels like a broken finger. And then a broken finger for some feels like a broken spine. And then for some, a broken spine feels like a broken nail. I'm the broken spine, broken nail kind of a guy, right?
You said your father wasn't there also. Do you have the same level of disdain for your father who was actively...
No.
You notice this, that the women, after all he said of the torture, torment, and hell that his mother put him through, what did the women say? Thanks, African Wolf in the building. Shout out to you, brother. After all this man said, the torment and torture that he went through with his mother, the subject is his mother. What do women do? Move the goalpost. Yeah, do you have the same disdain for your dad that you have for your mom? Well, dad wasn't around. That's bad. True. But dad didn't lock him in closets. Dad wasn't beating him to an inch of his life. Dad didn't put him in a position where he had to be out there as a young kid to start selling weed to get food. Dad didn't put him in his position. Once again, women not taking accountability and staying on point with the subject. If you watch most of these live streams with a lot of these lovely ladies, you'll notice they move the goalpost and swing the pendulum. Move the goalpost, swing the pendulum. You'll be talking about women specifically, right? Here they go. Well, men do it too, moving the goalpost. Or they'll swing the pendulum. What if the baby daddy kidnapped the kids and went to 3 different states? What would you do? Hey, that's not the norm. They swing that pendulum so far. Well, what if your boyfriend cheat on you and he bring back 3 babies? That's not the norm. Women love swinging that pendulum all the way over when you talk about a subject. Or the third thing that you'll notice that women do in order to sound like they're correct, especially on these panels, they'll sit back and they'll use their story. They'll speak anecdotally. We'll ask, well, I don't know about what women you hang out with that do that. Well, none of me and my friends ever do that to a man. We love black men. As if what the guys are saying in that particular situation is not. Use anecdotal, they'll talk about themselves instead of talk about statistically what's going on generally among a particular group. Those are the 3 things that I noticed that women do on panels. They swing the pendulum, they speak anecdotally, or they move the goalpost and move the goalpost and move the goalpost. And now 5 minutes later, you're talking about a topic way over here when you first started talking about moms. He's talking about mom. And notice that she used the term, do you have disdain? Do you have hatred? Are you a monster towards your dad do you feel like towards your mom? He never said he had disdain, did he? He said, I forgave and I'm moving on to living my life. Didn't he? He said that. But once again, sisters are trying to add something more because one thing that women will always do in the United States, circle that wagon. A female could be dead in the wrong. And if she's right here, they're going to, let me put myself up top. If she's right here, they're going to circle that wagon around her to make it seem like, well, it's not all that bad. They circle the wagon around big girls. Now it's called body shaming. No, that's a big chick. She's unhealthy. She eating hog maws, pig feet, and chitlins. That's not healthy. Not at this stage of life, especially. But women will circle the wagon and say, that's body positivity. Women out there throwing their coochie everywhere. And they circle a wagon. What do they call it? This is hot girl summer. Throwing coochie to everybody that could come their way. Women sitting up there saying, we hate the black man. They circle the wagon, and what do they call it? We're divesting. Is there anything that they don't circle the wagon around? And I'm telling you, these are my female cousins, aunties, your cousins, aunties, mamas, grandmamas, used to be my mama, my sister, your sisters. Many of these women, let's not put it like it's out there. No, that's the next door neighbor. No Negro, in many of our houses, these type of women exist. In many of our families, if we're going to call a spade, in many of our families, these type of behavior patterns exist. Some of you dudes, you already know you can't even talk about passport, bro, among your sisters and your female cousins, and even around some of y'all mothers in the States. They ain't trying to hear about you traveling as a black man, enjoying life in another country. You must like them Latin girls. You must don't like the black girls no more. See, you like the Mexican girls. I see you like the Mexican girls now. Oh, you like them Asian. That's why you zooming off the top because you like you hate the black woman. You don't like the black woman. No. They say this about you guys. So a lot of you guys in your own families, you can't say nothing about your passport. You just keep your passport and your journeys and your trips in your pocket. You can't say nothing to your female co-workers. Come on, let's be real. So at the end of the day, for this sister to sit back and say, do you have the same disdain for your father? Let's hear what he has to say about it. Fair use, fair use.
Same level of disdain for your father who
I don't, because I left something out and you kind of reminded me, right? A lot of black women are not held accountable for the brainwashing they do to their children, and they turn these little black boys against their daddy. And really, their mama ain't shit. And then the father is trying, jumping through hula hoops. My grandfather on his deathbed told me things that I didn't even know. My grandmother's family didn't even want my grandfather to be with my grandmother. My grandfather, Pop, he died, before my grandmother. My grandfather bent over backwards, worked at the post office, had different hustles, and he did everything to take care of my grandmother, right? And the family didn't even approve of it. It was like this weird shit, right? And my grandfather was telling me certain things, and I was like, damn, we don't realize a lot of black men go through a lot of shit, and then they don't have fathers. And then a lot of them succumb to the pressure. And it's a lot of lies. It's a lot of, keeping the baby away. And then the men get to the breaking point and they dip. Doesn't make it right. That's wrong too. But if they don't understand that, they have to weather that storm, because the tomorrow is going to be better than today, but they don't have that wisdom. They don't have that tutelage, right? And nobody talks about that deadbeat dad. It's a lot of deadbeat mothers.
You obviously have a certain disdain for your mom.
Right.
Would you equate the two? Because your father did, I guess, for whatever reason, choose not to be there, and your mom was obviously not a great mother.
She said his father, for whatever reason, chose not to be there. Do you think the mom all of a sudden became evil after the dad left? Or was she evil probably while the dad was there? Let's be real. Some of y'all done bust up in some good coochie of an evil chick. Some of y'all have bust nuts in some good sex of some of the most evilest women that walk the planet. Some of y'all have children by some of the most vindictive, evil women that have slothed across this universe. You have had to fight to be a good dad. Not because you weren't a good dad. You had to fight to be the dad that you were. And some of y'all have yet to get the chance to be the dad that you want to be. Some of y'all haven't left the United States yet permanently because you're still trying to build a rapport with your children, even though your children are in their 20s. But you're like, you know what? If I leave right now, they're going to think that I abandoned them when they were in their infancy. But it wasn't my fault that I had to step back. It was the courts, the laws, and the ladies, their mama. So now that I finally got a relationship with my kids in their 20s, my son 25, I finally got a relationship with them, but I really want to move to Thailand. So what do? I finally got what I've been busting my ass for. Come on, guys. But I can't leave because my children gonna think, see, yeah, mine was right. You do abandon people. Yeah, many of y'all caught up in that. And women that don't want to take accountability, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. It was cute when we were young. Yeah, boy, she crazy. She get a crazy sex. Man, I heard so-and-so wild, man. She wild one. And it's cool when you young. But I'm letting you brothers know now, right now, it ain't cool when you're our age now. When you're over 35, it ain't cool no more to be getting crazy chicks pregnant, brothers. You asking for a life for headache and heartache. That's another reason go on monk mode in the States. But yeah, that's just my hypothesis. Let's go back to the videos, guys. He say, shout out to Big Brother in the building. He said, move to Thailand anyways and send a ticket for them. Yeah, send a ticket. We can do, you living in the world, we can do video chats right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not about to stick around for a 25-year-old that I'm just building a rapport with. I'm sorry, guys. Some of you guys can do it, not me. Now I'm gone. I only got a couple more years left on this planet. What, 20, 30 more? You think I'm gonna take my last 20 and 30 and do it out of, I don't want to feel guilty if I leave? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I did that. I used to do things for my mom, my brothers. I said this the other day. I used to do things for my mother and my brother and my sister economically, not because I loved them. Initially, it was because I loved them. Initially, the first year, I was sending them money all the time because I loved them. Kid you not. As time progressed, I was sending them money because I didn't want the feeling of guilt to hit me if I don't send the money. It had nothing to do with my love for my brother. It had nothing to do with the love for my sister or my brother. It was the fact that I was giving the money because of selfish reasons. What was it, Andre? I was giving because I didn't want to feel bad. I didn't want that feeling of, you didn't give your mama the money? That's your sister, your brother. You didn't give, what are you doing? So to keep that feeling of guilt away, which had nothing to do with love, I would keep sending the money. Until one day I realized that I was doing it out of guilt. And I sat down and I talked to him. And you know what? After I talked to him, you know, the only person that talked to me after that for almost 9 years. And I mean, literally, I couldn't get a phone call in or a phone call from for 9 years until I finally got a phone call. My sister was the only one that I could talk to on a regular basis. My mom literally cut me off. My brother literally cut me off. No communications, no answering my calls, no sending out calls for 9 years. You ain't sending us no money. We're talking about the dude that just got out of prison. Y'all had a 10-year head start on life before I even got out. So why is it that y'all asking me for money, right? That's what I presented to them. Oh, it's like that? I got a family now. I got a mortgage now. I've got 2 trucks. I live in Florida. I got responsibilities. But your family will say, damn your responsibilities. I will drain you for as much as you allow us to drain you. And so that's what ended up happening with me. So I can relate to this brother when it comes to saying, oh yeah, definitely a reform Pookie. Definitely a reform Pookie. I was Pookie Esquire. I defended all Pookies. That's why I could talk the way that I talk today, because I understand that mindset at one point in time. There's a coyote in the building. Shout out to you. He said, I finally got rid of my family. Tired of it. Yes. Yes. Let's hit these super chats real quick. Shout out to my man, Growth Talk. Kofi in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He say, this young brother cooking. Salute, Dre. He is cooking. Shout out to you once again, brother. He said, I say, and I say it again. He says, not just romantic relationships. Many of our female family members have done the hurting and disrespecting of men long before some of the women opened their legs to us. And what he's saying is, listen, and I can agree with you. Some of the pain of why we choose some of the women that we choose is because we had gone through hell and high water with some of the kinfolk females. Think about how many times you done seen your mom argue with her sister, or your grandmama get into it with one of your aunties. Think about how many times you done seen your sisters, your older sisters, if you have any, gossiping or in bad relationships. Come on, let's be real with it. You know we real. If I'm gonna tell my truth, don't sit up here and pretend like you ain't got a truth too. Now, not everybody can relate, but enough of us can relate to this, because if it's not us, it's somebody that we know. How many times have we sat back and watched women in our family addicted to this or addicted to that? Addicted to alcohol, addicted to pills, addicted to weed. And I don't just mean recreationally. I mean, they addicted to weed. How many times have we seen that? Long before we even walk our asses out the door for our first date we ever had. Long before you hit 10 years old, long before you hit 12 years old, you saw all this hell and high water that females could put a man through. You saw all this. And then you hit puberty and you get older into your teens and you start going out on your first dates. And the women that you choose to gravitate to are women that put you through hell and havoc. And you wonder why. Why am I picking these women? Why can't I pick a good woman? Most of the women I pick are just good for sex and sexiness. They're just good for sex and sexiness. You're asking yourself all these questions. And it started before you even had your first date. It started when you were 3, 7, 9, 11, 12, with all the women in your life, and you sat back as a kid and you watched all they hell. You just standing there. No wonder they used to tell us, go in the other room. Grown folks are talking. I could understand it now. Because they spent more time complaining about what men was doing, what men weren't doing, but they was choosing these men. My mom chose those dudes. My grandma chose those dudes. My aunties chose those dudes. My sister literally chose those dudes. It wasn't like, and I get so tired of hearing women say, men put facades on. They're one way, and then all of a sudden they change. Men don't change. We simple as hell. Ladies, you can tell that a man ain't shit by the time your third conversation. I give you 3 conversations. You ain't got to take us out on a date. Just talk to us on a phone or text message. You can tell we ain't shit. Or we ain't gonna be shit for you. What do you mean? If in the first 3 conversations, I'm telling you about something traumatic in my life, I ain't gonna be shit for you, girl. If in the first 3 conversations, I'm telling you, we need to go ahead and fuck, I ain't gonna be shit for you. Men will tell you within our first 3 conversations, I ain't gonna be shit for you. It's been plenty of women that I know I was not good for. Even though I'm a good dude, I know for her, I'm good for sex, baby. That's all I'm good for. I ain't good for no good conversation. I ain't good for no good meals. I ain't good for no relationships. Don't introduce me to your pastor, your priest, your imam. I ain't that good for you, girl. I just want to break your back in. And a lot of y'all, in many cases, are just like I was. You weren't good for that particular person. Didn't mean that you were an evil person. It just meant that your agenda was not good for them in the long haul. And see, I'm willing to admit mine that I wasn't up to par. We got 82 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oprah coming next. Make sure you click that like button. Yeah. There are a lot of women, man. See, I'm a good dude, so they all see. This is the mistake that women make. Y'all ready? Women make the mistake of assuming because you're a good dude, you're gonna be good for them automatically. No, I'm a good dude, but my agenda with you, lady, in specifically, I'm just looking for the sex. So they sit back and they think like, he tricked me. No, I'm still a good dude that was looking for sex. You didn't want to hear that. All you notice is that I'm a good dude. And then you think he changed up. He tricked me. No, I didn't trick you at all. You knew what I was about. It was stuff that you ignored that I said as a good dude. So since you ignored it, or you got an asshole dude, he shows you he an ass right out the gate, ladies, and y'all just automatically ignore it. Right out the gate. Y'all think he cute, handsome, or he got a few dollars or whatever it may be. He got the right height, whatever. He beat the coochie down good, whatever it was. And then y'all want to sit back and say, well, men change. Men, I promise you, men are so simple. We don't change that way. We ain't that good in being a chameleon. Men ain't that good. I don't know none of us men that good. Like, yeah, well, I had her thinking one way, but then I switched it up on her. We don't talk like that. We don't act like that. We're like this. It is what it is. I'm a good man. Check. I wanted sex from you only. Check. You're evil. No. I'm a good man, and I was horny. That's all it was. You're a good woman, and you were horny. I didn't say that you were evil for being horny. So why am I evil or changed up? Because I was just horny. So you just want to use me. Did you bust a nut? Oh, you did? Well, you used me too. So at the end of the day, we both bust nuts, girl. But I had to agree with my brother. Absolutely. You see a lot of that trauma before you even leave your own childhood. Shout out to my brother with the EU, the euro, $6 euro. Shout out to you, brother. Mara says, I hope I haven't missed too much. Thought this stream would be tomorrow, European time. We got one tomorrow night as well. We're going to have our girl Chantel Simone on the live stream tomorrow. We're going to shout out to her, our Jamaican queen. So I look forward to seeing that, or having her on tomorrow. Let's get back to the video, guys.
A great mother. She wasn't a mother at all. My father chose not to be there. He was wrong for that. My mother chose to try to kill me multiple times while she was there. I was molested by my mother. We're not going to swing past that. I was molested by my mother. My mother tried to make me overdose on Tylenol. My mother literally tried to throw me down an incinerator. My mother tried to suffocate me. My mother tried to starve me. Okay? So, fuck all that. My pops is wrong because he bounced. All right, cool.
Have you met him?
Yeah. You know? But I'm saying it. I'm focusing on the mother because black women held.
Did you hear that? She literally swam past what he said, don't swim past. He said, we're not going to swim past the fact that my mother molested me. We're not swimming past that. She tried to throw me down an incinerator. She tried to have me OD on Tylenol and so forth. We're not going to swim past that. And what's the first thing the female does? Your dad, your dad, your dad, your dad, your dad, your dad. She ain't hear a damn word he said. Like, man, bruh, okay, I got where you're coming from with your mama, man. Man, I'm glad that you survived that, man. I'm glad that you're a better man beyond that. I'm glad. None of that. No praise, nothing for this young man for overcoming that and being a better person today. All she saw was the dad, the dad, the dad. Women will circle the wagon no matter how evil a woman is. I'm going to tell you guys something that I learned in these 57 years. Many, not all, because this subject matter is not about all women, but enough to notice. I notice that when it comes to circling the wagons, it doesn't matter how good or how evil a man is. No matter how good you are, no matter how evil you are, women will still circle the wagon against you. But when it comes to if it's just them versus them, all gloves are off, all bets are off. They do not circle the wagon against each other. they will attack each other like pit bulls. But let you walk into the room, oh, they circle the wagon against you every time, hands down. Women will not hold women accountable for anything, ever. Don't you ever expect to sit back. There are very few women that exist in the United States that I've met and that other men have met that are true women of accountability. Do they exist? Heck yeah. You can't have 400 million people and not have anybody that's able to hold themselves accountable. But for the most part, I dare y'all, we all know accountability is kryptonite to most women in the States and in Canada and many in UK. Kryptonite. Wish you would hear a woman say, you know what, my bad. That's not gonna happen. Let's get back to the video.
Hate to be held accountable. They hate to.
Do we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do
Absolutely.
we?
Oh, listen, and let me tell you something. I'm very well read. So I don't speak nothing. No, I'm not irrational. I'm not emotional. I'm very surgical with my information.
Notice, I put it on pause for a second. Notice that she act all surprised like that was the first time she ever heard. She didn't even want to be held accountable for not being accountable. Y'all caught that? She didn't want women to be held accountable for not being accountable. She literally did it on camera. Do we? Man, you know, I know, and most of the world know that women disdain accountability. That's their kryptonite. You want to see a woman melt down? You want to see a woman get mad? You want to see a woman get emotional? Try to get her ass accountable. She will get more emotional than if you put money back in your pocket that you was gonna give her. You know what? I'm gonna take my money back. You own some bullshit. She'll get mad about that, but she will destroy a planet before she hold herself accountable for anything. You guys that are sitting around the United States waiting to find women that's gonna be accountable, shh. You crazy. You crazy. But let's get started. Like Ella said, let's get that video going.
The government empowered Black women to strategically move the position of power from the Black man.
Remove the power from the Black man.
Right?
Yeah.
So now the Black woman in that instance becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the Black man. Black women don't respect Black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot, so I'm trying to make it like simple, right? Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually, and there's no empathy for Black men. There's no sympathy for Black men. You don't even love Black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass, and that's it.
Thanks.
Okay, so it's important that Black men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that Black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay, now a Black man role is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
You're right.
Notice he was describing what is the role that's supposed to be for the Black man. Protector, provider, sustainer, and I forget what else he said. First thing comes out of her mouth. Forget about all things that he just said. Used to be. He's saying that in general, that's the position in the family that Black men should hold. He described prior to that statement why Black men in many cases don't hold that position of protector, provider, sustainer, problem solver, so forth. All she hear is that, and she's like, used to. He said, listen, you got your opinion, I got mine. Used to. Now it's you versus your guest. You invited this man on your show. Now it's you versus your guest because you and your emotions. And he already said, because so many of y'all get emotional and don't think rationally. He's expecting an emotional creature to think rationally. And some of us do this off camera. Y'all sit back, y'all thinking that one day that the black woman go come around or the white woman go come around and it's gonna be this kumbaya moment and it's gonna be black love like it used to be and white love and everybody go coming together. It ain't gonna happen. Not in your lifetime, not in my lifetime, and not in our kids' lifetimes. So you might as well start thinking rationally and using your passport and go to countries where that have the type of women that are parallel, that allow you and enjoy the fact that you are a protector, provider, problem solver, supporter, and so forth. Go to countries where it's already established like that. But for you to wait around the United States, wait for this kumbaya moment, my black queens, my white queens, all that bullshit, you keep waiting. And the rest of us are in other countries in happy relationships and connections and friendships with women in other countries that don't act nothing like they do in the States. So go ahead. Keep your happy ass in the States waiting for the women to change. Shit. Okay?
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around and you in that frequency, right? If
alpha what?
Man. Right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off.
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy, and then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think no, he's where he needs to be to take his place. And there's a lot of black women that get it, and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive energy. You see? So now, for the black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that black man of who he is. She's informing that black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead with the accountability first. And they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in, let her go. Don't beat on her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go. Literally let her go.
Yeah.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain black women and I start talking. They can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Bye.
Absolutely.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence. A lot of black women are not used to a black man who...
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. I'm an op. I'm a blood. I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm
Remember I just said that earlier? Who's saying these things? What type of black women are you around? Me and my girls, we never talk about black men like that. Who are these women? What the? Black women love playing stupid, don't they? Love playing stupid. How did that happen? I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time I've ever heard anything. This channel has almost 500 videos and interviews. This young man is not saying anything new. And yet, once again, black women, including Karens, white women do this too to white dudes. They will sit there and pretend like, who, me? What? Where have you heard? What type of women are you around? Who hurt you. Get the fuck out of here. When these cameras go off, you know who they talk about. And then when these cameras go off, those the same women that sit up there trying to pretend like they're feminine because they got their dress on and their makeup on and their hair did. Those the same ones off camera when they're around their girlfriends with a couple of bottles of wine that's talking dirty about us dudes. They're the same ones that try to pretend like they're American version of feminism or feminine, not feminism, but feminine, will go on TikTok and Instagram and talk about you dudes like dirt. So when these women sit up there and pretend like, I don't know, what are you talking about? Okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
My man D Payne in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He said, you also have men who swear women can do no wrong. Plantation bros, anyone? No matter what the foul shit they do against men, warranted or unwarranted. You got dudes out there that's so sex thirsty that they will sit up there and justify everything that a woman does in the name of the black queens. There are some sisters out there that treat themselves and treat their man as if he is regal and as if she is regal. I agree with that. But not most of them. You are not looking for a needle in a haystack in the United States, gentlemen. Dating in the United States is like looking for a golden needle in a stack of rusty needles. Dating in the United States in the West is like looking for one golden needle or maybe two in a barn full of rusty needles. You'll get pricked, you'll be bleeding, you'll get infections before you find that golden needle. And these women are perfect examples. Now, shout out to Erin. That's the young lady's name. Sometimes she says some really wise things. I don't know what the hell that is on top of her head. Because if I was her husband, first thing I would have said, where you going with that fruit bowl on your head? Baby, it's cute. No, see, that's another thing that I love about, man, Andrea will ask me about a hairstyle or a hair color before she does it. Because she says, you're the one that has to look at it. I'm not the one that has to look at it. In other words, Andrea means only time I look at my hairstyle is when I'm in the mirror. But you have to look at it, Andre, all day, every day. So what do you think about this color before I put it in my head? What about that? Not one time has Andre had a haircut, hairstyle, hair color, and I was surprised that she did it. Not once. Every single time she comes to me and we have a discussion about it. She doesn't ask me per se, but we have a discussion about it. And if I'm like, babe, I'm feeling that, she don't work with it. Why? Because she's like, Andre, you're the one that has to look at this, not me. There is no way in hell my wife will be walking around with a fruit bowl on her head. I don't care how much money she got. Now, Erin, she's got good money, without a doubt. She makes good money. She's heavy into, her and her husband are heavy into real estate. They got their degrees. Her college sweetheart, she married. I give her all the accolades. But at the same time, you can have all the money, the husband, the kids, the real estate and everything, and still look at life like a chick from the hood. You can have all those things. You can be dressed ladylike, but you can still have a hood mentality to where nobody can teach you something like this young man is trying to teach her right now. And so for all you simps out there that think that you're going to get the coochie if you agree with women, dog, I've never seen a dude get the coochie from agreeing with a woman. Ever. Yeah, he treated you wrong, baby. You should give me head, not him. I ain't never seen them dudes come up. I ain't never seen none of them cats come up. Usually, if she got a breakup, she do not break the glass and get with the dude in the friend zone. You know what she do? She get with another ain't shit dude, because that's who she used to being with. She will in a relationship with one ain't shit dude, have this one dude in the friend zone that want to comfort and be, oh, I got you, baby. You're a queen. If you were with me, she won't even hear what he's saying. His ass in the friend zone. She will get with another ain't shit dude, sucking him good, while this dude in the friend zone for 10 years, waiting for his opportunity. So like the brother said, man, this dude's out there that sit up there and think women can do no wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Shout out to my man, African Wolf once again. He says, cook. Mara says, with the $6 love, he says, €6. Everything the brother is saying is applying to her. That's why she is combative. That's true. I caught that too, Mara. He said, they love playing stupid. Yep. Save yourself, black man. Save yourself. They love playing. What are you talking about? Okay, let's go back to the video. We're going to slide that part back a little bit.
Frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain black women and I start talking. They can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Bye.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence.
Hello, Jeff.
A lot of black women are not used to a black man who.
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. I'm a op. I'm a blood. I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand what I.
Everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down black communities. Now they're using music, right, as a way to break down the communities. Every time you turn on a song, eat my ass, my butthole is brown, all this, right? Everywhere you turn, it's
crazy. Black
men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women
consistently.
Like religion.
Is he lying? Is he lying? You listen to Taylor Swift and all the other white chicks out there. They'll talk about the breakup. It's over. And I'm a better girl because of it. They'll talk about like that. But when the last time you saw Taylor Swift and all them other white girls talk about, I don't need no scrub. A scrub is. When the last time you saw them write a song like that? You know why? They will sing those songs in their car. All the songs that black women make, they'll sing them in their car. But they'll never write one. They'll never write a song talk about white men ain't this, white man ain't that. You shouldn't be with the white man. You'll never see Taylor Swift put that song out, will you? Ever. Ever. Come on, let's go back. Let's think about all the way back to the 80s. All them 80 heartbreak songs from white women. Not one of them was tearing down the white man as a race. Not one. Oh, but your mighty sisters, brethren. Oh, your sisters. The one that our brother Farrakhan has been trying to deliver and get on the right track. All the Sunni Muslim, Shiite Muslim brothers, 5% brothers trying to get our sisters on track. Brothers in the church trying to get sisters on the right track. But as for the other ones, I don't want no scrub. Got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Ain't nothing going on. What's going on? But the rent. You got to have a if you want to. So when this brother says this and this sister turn her head away and she rolling her eyes, is he lying? Is he motherfucking lying? That's why we as passport bros, when I say bruh, just let them be. Don't even give you attention. Give them no attention. Get your passport. Establish your life in another country. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And live the life that you deserve in another country. Because you ain't going to find it in the States. And if you think you are, you a damn fool. Are there good marriages and good relationships in the States? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm happy for people that find love and happiness in the United States and in Canada and all of the West. But if you think statistically you gonna have what that couple has, okay, you keep on waiting around the United States for that one or that two. Her face speaks volumes. That's why I mentioned earlier, don't just look at what he's saying, watch her face. She looks so uncomfortable and disinterested. She ain't trying to hear nothing he's got to say. Them cameras go off. She go run off at them in our car. Girl, we had a dude here and he was da. And I can't believe he said all that he said. And it was bullshit. And he said, them same women that look, see what I'm saying? That's that pretend femininity that y'all got back home. That's that pretend. I got the right makeup. I got my cute sundress on, summer dress. I got my legs all shiny. I'm crossing my legs the right way. I've got my champagne. I am feminine. But your energy is all masculine. You can have your hair done, ladies, your makeup tight, ladies, your outfit looking good, smelling amazing. And at the end of the day, your energy can be 100% NFL football player. You got more masculinity than Ray Lewis. And you don't even see it. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You're not accountable for shit. You ain't open to learning nothing. But you look the part, and some of y'all get tricked by that shit. You think that because she looks feminine, that she is feminine. No, bro. No. Them same ones that look the part, and then y'all end up having babies by them, and then that true man, then all of a sudden you want to notice how masculine she is when it's you versus her in the courts. Or you want to marry her, and now you see how masculine she is when it's you and her once again in the courtroom. Now you notice her masculinity. Before you thought she was the cutest, most feminine thing in the sundress. No, the fuck she ain't. There is nothing about this woman that says femininity. Not a damn thing. And if any of y'all think that, you a motherfucking fool. Her husband fell for that, but you don't have to. And some of you dudes who have not used a passport yet, I dare you to prove us wrong. If everything I just said in the last 4 minutes is incorrect, get a passport, go to a country with real feminine women that may not have all the fancy in the cute things that the women in the United States have, but they looking good. Take your ass on down to Brazil. See how different the mindset is compared. Come on down to Colombia. Come on down. Because you know what? I have yet to see, you know what I've yet to see, fellas? And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I have yet to see anybody, any group of men in masses get on a plane and get the women in the West. Oh, I've seen many of men from the West going to other countries seeking out quality women. I have yet to see somebody try to come and get our women. I ain't seen nobody ever get on a plane and say, man, I'm here for the American women, dog. Where the American women at? Oh, I'm here for these Canadian women, dog. Oh, shit. Man, let me get to these UK women, boy. I'm so glad I'm here for these UK. I ain't never heard it. Never, ever. I ain't never seen a mass of dudes, a bunch of brothers on a plane. Where y'all headed to? Dog, we about to go to UK and act a damn fool with these UK women, nigga. Ain't never heard that. You know why? Because these guys in other countries already have feminine women. So why the hell they going to the United States? Because they go there for business opportunities. That's it. Career and life advancements. Other than that, ain't nobody trying to go to the United States to fuck US women. Get the fuck out of here. When the last time you saw somebody on TikTok? Come on, let's be real. Hey, fellas, I'm in the United States. Here's my US girlfriend, guys. Yeah, you guys need to come to Texas. It's the place to be, dude. You don't never see no TikTok video that say that. But do you see one in the Philippines? Yup. You see a dude with a TikTok video saying, man, I'm here in the Philippines. My Philippine girlfriend showing me around. Look how good she look, guys. She is so feminine. She's cooking right now. You see that in parts of Africa? Yeah, my African queen, she's making me some food right now. I'm enjoying it right now. You see it when dudes be in certain parts of Europe. Yeah, I'm in Portugal. I got me a nice little fine Portuguese sister. She's right now showing me a tour. You see that? You ain't never seen. I'm waiting for it. Put it in the comments. Send it to me in the email. The video of a mass of dudes or any dude putting a video out there talking about, I came to America to find me an American queen. That's some coming to America bullshit. The only way that came to pass, somebody had to create it in a movie. Somebody had to put it in a movie. Because in real life, when those cameras go off, ain't nobody flying to the United States or UK or Canada to get them a queen. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody going for that. Shout out to my man Charles once again. He said her face says it all. She looks so uncomfortable. Glad you're here, Charles. He said L clean and does zoom to Thailand nails, cooks. Andre just did my nail. My nails. L ain't the only one. I got grits in there too. Wifey making grits too. Kid you not. And it's not like they're just doing this. This is the part about femininity that I love in other countries. Y'all ready? If any of you dudes in this comments, in the chat, we got 90 people here. If any of you guys were invited to the house, Andrea is making a drink for you as fast as she's making a drink for me. She's making a meal for you as fast as she's making a meal for me. Andrea will make her plate last. She's going to make sure she'll take care of her brother, her uncle, her dad, just as fast as she take care. I ain't special. I'm going to let you guys hear this part too. I've said this before. Andrea's femininity is not based on because I'm her husband. Her femininity is based on even if I wasn't her husband. Y'all caught that? True femininity is what it is. The woman that you're with in these other countries that are feminine that you know, that's because they were feminine long before you even got off a plane. They were cooking for men long before you got off a plane. Cooking for their mama and walking down the mall with their grandmama long before you got off a plane. So when you think that she's just doing this for you, don't get it twisted, bruh. She do it for every male that she cares about in her life. If only for that moment. If only for that moment that you came into our home and Andrea was making would you guys like a cup of coffee? And Andrea is making coffee, not just for me, for you, as well as for her. I've never seen a person come into our home or we go into somebody else's home and the women didn't offer something. That's because the femininity existed is not based on, oh, Andre's my husband, so I'll be feminine. No, if Andre wasn't my husband, Andre is still feminine. These women got that conditional femininity. Oh, you're my man, so I'll pretend to be feminine. I'll put on the right makeup. I'll have my hair done. I don't know what the hell does she put on top of her head. I'll go ahead and put on the right dress and I'll have the right perfumes on. I have the feminine look, but my energy is all 100% masculine. And that's what this sister portrays damn near on every episode of this show. Damn near on every episode. Like I said, some of you dudes in the States, you so used to being around masculine women, you'll marry one because that's all you know. Remember Elijah Muhammad said, if you give the people the water and it's full of dirt and it's all they have to drink, the people will still drink the water. But if you give them an option with clean water, then they might take advantage of what they can take advantage of, or, I'm paraphrasing. Most of y'all so used to drinking the dirty water of relationships in the States, that's all you know. She here for me, she down for me, she got my kids, she ain't perfect, but she my girl. We've been together for 5 years, I might as well go and marry her. I got you. And then your happy ass get a passport. You go to a country with real femininity, and now you got to take your ass back to the States with that masculine female because you realize, oh shit, the women in DR. Anytime you think women in Sosua are more feminine than most of the women in the country, not all, but many of the women in the United States, that's a damn shame. You DR dudes that keep running back to the same area of DR. DR is a wonderful country, wonderful island. Go somewhere else other than Sosua. I'm telling you, there's a really good women throughout the country. But even when you do just go to Sosua and you feel that their femininity is more feminine than even in the States, that's a damn shame. You ain't even hit the whole island yet. And you've noticed that these pay for play, it's like what shout out to Pablo Frescobar. Pablo Frescobar has a saying. He did a YouTube video on it. We're about to get back to the video. He said, my hoe is more feminine than your wife. My hoe is more feminine than your wife. Aaron, let's go back to the lady. Aaron looks the part. Nice makeup, got her hair done, nice dress. She looks the part. I know hoes, pay for play hoes, that's more feminine than these masculine women that look the part. He's right. There are hoes in other countries that are more feminine than the women in your own country. That's a damn shame. Shout out to my Detroit brother in the building.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with him. He says, Dre, what's good, bruh? I said it just like you. What's good, bruh? See how I did that? That slow drag? What's good, bruh? I've been watching so many of your videos. he said, fellas, get your passport. After your first trip, it gets really easy to go on monk mode. Yes, it does. Masculine ass wide backs. Yup. Now, whoever want to cut and clip this video and say Andre coming against all his sisters, anybody use the term all is crazy. We all know that all sisters, or most of us know that all sisters don't fall in this category. What do I always say? Enough to notice, though. It may not be all white women, but it's enough to notice. So you don't need to have an extreme of anything. All you need is enough to notice. Not all black men are pookies, but they're enough to notice. Not all black men are of the intelligentsia, but there are enough of us to notice. So when you hear me say this, speaking in general, I'm not saying every sister or every Karen, every white girl, every Latin girl in the States. I'm saying that there is enough to notice. Never forget that part. Let's get back to the video.
religiously.
Yeah.
You see? So now when you come around as a black man and you know who you are and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god. She's a goddess. I'm a god though. I'm the original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you. It's not to be understood. And a lot of times black men, masculinity is application, not advocation. Black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? 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 I know I look good. I'm not sitting here, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something. And that's a scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you listen, how can I have a family with you? How can I think about it? Listen, you want to dress like a whore, you want to wear the pants, I gotta take care of everything, you got a roster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy? I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. Look. Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So you mean to tell? I'm not saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying I'm generalizing, right?
In making generalizations, you use and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But
Okay.
You're saying you're not using you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all.
He already said
I want
that.
everybody to understand what
He already said that. He already said that several times. In comments, this is the part that gets me. When women play stupid as if that's not everybody. We are old enough as adults. We should be able to hold a conversation to automatically know we're all not talking about everybody. We know every man is not a good man. We know every woman is not a good woman. So we shouldn't have to say these things. But once again, women like to move the goalposts. He's talking about one topic. He's talking about treating black men with respect. She never addressed that. The hatred towards black men. The music and the lyrics out there against black men. She never addressed it. One issue that he talked about, but she did what women do, move that goalpost. Well, when it comes to accountability, when you're talking in general, that doesn't mean all. We learned that in the damn 3rd grade. We know that all doesn't mean everything or everybody. He's not talking about everybody and everybody. He's talking about a certain group of individuals. He shouldn't have to say that. But these women love to play dumb, but yet they want to look so feminine and so supportive. They want to look the part. Man, y'all some suckers, man. I'm going to say it right out the gate. Y'all some suckers. If they think that we still stupid enough to just, that's why I say this. Let me go this way. And I mean this in all sincerity. That's why I said this, and I've said this for the last 3 days. Women in the West are good for sexiness and sex for the most part. Sexiness, sex. Who is he to tell us about? He don't know us. You are good for sexiness and sex because that's the fastest thing that men get from women in the United States. I didn't say that was the only thing. Hear my words. That's the fastest thing that most men get for women in the United States. Sexiness, you are sexy, and I can get your sex rapidly. Not me. Yes. There are very few women in the United States that haven't had a one-night stand, that haven't had a quickie call, that haven't had a boy toy, that haven't had a side boo, that haven't had a cuddle buddy for the wintertime. There are very few women that can say that in the United States. There are some that can, but not most. They can look back to their college years. They had a hot girl summer, a whole phase, whatever you want to call it. Sexiness, you can get that from the United States. Yes, you can. There's some sexy women in the United States. And you can get some sex fast in a motherfucker. I've smashed chicks in elevators that I just met. No, you don't, bruh. Okay. Most guys don't even know that most elevators got an emergency button. If you push it, bam, it stops the elevator right there. I ain't gonna tell y'all which button it is, but there are emergency buttons. Bam, you can stop that elevator right there on that floor. Smash the chick, start the elevator again. Don't tell me what you can't do. I done did it. See, I'm not one of them dudes that was in the States when I was single and I was all shy and in it. No. When I was single, I enjoyed my singleness. I rode the wheels off that motherfucker. Dude, I've had chicks, kid you not. This how grimy, but hey, how fast you can get sex in the United States. Kid you not. Jeffrey's here. Ghostface, my uncle. We were living together in Tampa. He had just moved down to Tampa. He's got his side of the apartment. I'm all the way on this side of the apartment. Doorbell rings. Ding dong. Chick that I had been talking to on Plenty of Fish. Tried to get her over to the house a few times. You know what? This funny part. Hey, Jeff, I never told you. That chick that came over to the house with the curly afro, the mixed chick that I introduced you to that day, that chick was one of Vince Carter's ex-girlfriends. Vince Carter, Mr. Slam, Vince Carter, NBA, one of his ex-girlfriends, right? Down in Florida. She came to my door. I never invited her, never expected her. She knew where I lived, though. Knocked on the door. Came in, introduced her to Jeffrey. Went back to my side of the apartment, blew the brakes off of her. Never saw her again. Never spoke to her again. Nothing. Jeff, I have never spoke to that woman again since that moment that I introduced you to her. Went back. That was the one that was screaming at the top of her lungs. And you was like, man, I thought you was in there choking and killing her. She was fine. Beat her brakes, broke her back in. Walked her to her car. Never spoke to her again in life. Don't you ever tell me you can't get quick, easy sexiness and sex in the United States. Because I know a lot of you guys are just like me. You say you remember her, Jeff? Thank you, brother. Never spoke to her again. Ever. She wasn't a bad person. She was a sweetie, really. Real sweet person. Very attractive. Had the giant, she had the girls that are mixed had a like curly afro. She had that curly, kind of like palm tree-ish type of afro growing. Beautiful hair. Never heard from her again. The thing that we go for in other countries, sexiness, just as fast. Sex, hopefully, just as fast. But the other thing that you look for that makes women in other countries stand out from the women in the U.S., you get peace just as fast as sex. You get respect just as fast as sex. You get cooperation just as fast as the sex. So in other countries, you getting the sex and sexiness fast, cool. But you get peace, cooperation, and respect just as fast. And women in the United States ain't caught on to that. Girl, just because you sexy and you give me sex, if you can't give me peace, cooperation, and respect just as fast as you give me your body, I'm going to another country to find women that give me that just as fast as sex and sexiness. Ain't nothing wrong with sex and sexiness. But if you can't give me respect, cooperation, and peace just as fast as you give me your body, shit, you crazy. You wonder why dudes. Okay, guys, let me ask you this. When was the last time you guys left the United States in tears? I can't believe I'm leaving the United States. I know I'm coming back. But I can't believe can't believe I'm leaving the United States. Damn, I'm leaving the United States. Man, I know I'm only going to DR for a couple weeks, but man, I'm gonna miss the States. How many of y'all missed the States when y'all left to go to DR? Any of y'all, anybody? Bueller? Ain't none of y'all missed the States when y'all was flying off to Brazil? Nobody? When none of y'all on the plane and going to Thailand, just looking back out the window, just peeking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. Y'all ain't do none of that? Okay. How many of y'all felt them tears swell up when you left Brazil? I put a one in the comment, my damn. How many of y'all saw those tears swell up when you left Colombia? How many of y'all was holding back the tears? I'll keep hold when you left parts of Africa, when you left Thailand or Vietnam or South Korea. How many of y'all, the tears, you on a plane, you don't know why, you're a man. You don't know why in your spirit you experience something so good in a foreign country that when you on your way back to your home country, you all of a sudden just you know how we do as men, you try to hold them tears back, hold it, don't blink, because if you blink, that tear gonna roll down. You know why? Because you got sex fast in that other country. You got sexiness fast in that other country. But you also got, if you did it right, respect, peace, and cooperation just as fast. And you knew that once you got your ass on that plane, them tears was rolling because you knew that you was only from now on until you left the United States again, for the most part, all you was going to get was sex and sexiness. And you going back to that same old, God damn, I'm back here again. You like Dorothy at the end of The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy going back home to Kansas. She been busting her ass, having a ball, learning things about herself in Oz. So what happened to Dorothy when she got ready to leave? Dorothy breaking down crying. She giving the cowardly lion a hug, the scarecrow, she crying. The Tin Man started crying. He talking about I might rust. The Wiz, she giving everybody hugs. The monkeys, the little Oompa Loompas, and everybody else get some love. Everybody getting some love. Because she knows she got to go back to that bullshit known as Kansas. Shout out to Kansas. The reason why we're doing this video, guys, is not only talking about the value of our mental health, but to let you guys know that you ain't stupid. A lot of times I do this content is to let you guys realize you're not alone and you ain't stupid. You ain't the only one that think like that as a brother. You're not the only one that noticed that in your country. Sometimes you don't think anybody else sees certain things but you, especially as a traveler with a passport. Am I the only one that cried? Am I the only one that experienced such joy in Brazil that I don't want to leave it? Am I the only one that feel like I want to get back as soon as possible? We do this content on this channel to let you guys know, for the most part, you are not alone. 99% of the thoughts you having, somebody else, including myself, or experiences that you've had, I've had those experiences as well. Let's get back to the video.
It's happening right now. I think everybody's missing the point. The point is that you have to understand there's some people that you can't teach.
That's it.
That's it.
They're gonna hate you.
You can't.
They're gonna hate you. Listen. They're gonna hate you. Look, let me tell you something. They're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you. And this is my message. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. I am unapologetically a God.
Yeah.
God is my father.
I feel you, black men of God. I feel
Shit,
everything.
we are.
Everything you say.
Straight up.
with what you said,
I love this.
what are the black women? What is a black woman to you?
Goddess.
How about that? A goddess.
Goddess.
The right,
No.
the right one.
Hold on.
Goddess.
Sure, the
Love
right
black women. Let's be clear on that. I
got
love
that.
black women.
Okay, so with all
Yeah.
that, with the 900 adjectives you gave the black man, right?
Happy.
Goddess,
Listen,
that's my
you ever
question.
heard this slogan? Happy wife, happy life. You ever heard that?
That's not true.
Exactly. Happy man is God's plan. So yeah.
I
so
love that.
so look. Let's be clear, right?
Happy man
this is the
God's
problem.
plan. I'm taking that.
And that's where the video ends right there. With happy man, God's plan. We got 110 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Plus, I got a passport. Oh yeah, we got passports up in here. That's what we do. Happy man, God's plan. In all sincerity. Not saying that women can't be happy in the relationship, but God's initial plan was to look out for Adam, didn't he? He said, hey, everybody booed up. All the animals booed up. The fish got fish to hang out with. The monkeys got monkeys to hang out with. The zebras got zebras to hang out with. My boy Adam ain't got nobody but me to hang out with. Let me hook him up. Happy man, God's plan. Let me hook Adam up real quick. Give him a help meet. I didn't put it in the Bible. That's what the Bible has in it. He didn't do it because he needed Adam to have a co-worker, or like women like to tell y'all, a partner. Me and my partner. I don't know where that shit comes from. And now I'm hearing dudes in the States saying that shit. Well, you know, me and my partner, man, you know what we do. I'm like, the only time, is it just me? Before I left the state, because I'm an old school dude, so y'all got to correct me, all you new school dudes. Is it just me? Or before I left the States, the only people that was using the term partner was LGBTQ. And we respected that because it was like LGBTQ, like, because they couldn't get married at that time period, right? Back in the day. So they would say, you know, this, you know, they couldn't say husband or wife. They could say, this is my partner. This is my partner right here. Then, you know, women hanging out with LGBTQ, they're like, yeah, my husband is my partner. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm your husband. Ain't no fucking partner. We ain't in business together. We don't go to the gym together. You ain't my workout partner. You my wife. And now you got dudes in the States saying partner. Man, y'all, whew. I'm so glad I ain't in the States. I'm so glad I ain't in the States being brainwashed with all that bullshit that y'all get indoctrinated with day in, day out. Man, you must hate the United States. Man, I love the United States. I love all the countries. What the fuck you talking about? I'm a passport bro. Passport bros can't hate on countries. I'm gonna say this again. You can't say you a passport person and hate on countries. Now, some countries you know you can't get into, cool. Like we ain't trying to go into North Korea, cool. We ain't trying to run up into Russia, cool. But at the end of the day, I love all the countries. I ain't no hater on no country. But I'm gonna spit the facts. And if it hurt, if it hit dog, you know, hollers, that's on you. I get so much commentary and so much in the comments, dudes talk about how much I hate the United States. You must love Colombia. I love all the countries. I'm a passport bro. I love them all. Every country that ever gave me a stamp, from Cuba to Colombia, I love them all. I don't care if it's from Cuba to Colombia to Cairo. I love them all. I love them all. Every city, every country that teaches me something new, that gives me a new adventure, that shows me something different about the world, except for what I've been programmed to believe in my home country, I love them all. But I love my home country too. And you can tell that the one brother who was speaking, who was about to speak, he was about to simp, wasn't he? The video came to an end, but I bet you $50, man, he was about to simp. Seek understanding says 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 8 through 10. For the man is not for the woman, but the woman for the man. I didn't write this. He didn't write this either. That's what the word says. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Thank you very much, brethren. And the church said, amen. And the church said, like I mentioned before, in all sincerity, basically what we're all looking for is the same thing. That women that can give us that sexiness and sex, but if they can give us that respect, cooperation, and peace just as fast, they win the game. They win the game. And the sad part, women in the United States are not trying to hear that. You tell them, y'all give us sex and sexiness immediately. No, I don't. You lying. Women will lie to women about their sex life just as fast as women will lie to men about their sex life. Don't you ever think that just because they lie to us about their numbers, they don't lie to each other about their numbers too. If a woman been with 35 dudes, most women ain't gonna tell it to you or to another woman, because she don't want to look like a hoe to her girlfriends, and she don't want to look like a hoe to you. So she ain't gonna tell the truth. Stop me when I'm lying. So even when y'all dudes get on these panels, I don't see how y'all do that, man. Fuck that. Women ain't trying to hear what y'all gotta say. When was the last time y'all saw on a panel, most of the women on the panel made some damn sense? Ever on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, have you ever seen a panel of females and they made some damn sense? Ever. No. They'll make a point here and there and here, but for the most part, no. And I ain't hating on women, but until y'all get to the point, ladies, of accountability, where y'all get to the point where, you know what? These men are making a point. And y'all can say that in masses and not just as individuals. I'm telling you, men gonna keep telling the truth. It's our turn to speak on the mic. Like Nas said, all I need is one mic. That's all men need now, the microphone. We let y'all have a mic for almost 40, 50 years. Now it's our turn to speak. Shout out to all you guys that have been here. We got 103 people in the building. Shout out to you guys. He said, it can be a struggle not to simp. The women out here in Brazil are amazing at selling a man a dream. You can't sell a product to somebody that's not looking to buy. I noticed that. I've been in sales. Man, I used to sell everything from Kirby vacuum cleaners to magazines. I've been in sales in one form of sales or another for the longest. And I could tell you this. I've never been able to sell one product to somebody that wasn't there that wanted to buy that product. What I mean by that when it comes to the ladies in Brazil. Those women in Brazil can only sell you that fake ass dream. Not saying that all women in Brazil are doing this, but the ones that you're talking about, Greg, they can only sell that if you're willing to buy. If you, like the brother was saying about vibration and energy. Hey guys, tell me, are there certain guys, some of you guys that are like me? Women know not to come to you with that bullshit. No matter where I go in the world, there's a certain group of women that know I can convince this dude, but I can tell from that dude's energy, I ain't gonna even try to get an iPhone from that dude. I could tell that's a real man, and he ain't going for no shit. It was like that in the States. Aisha, Keisha, LaWan and them, they do since my teens. And I'm gonna tell you this in all sincerity, since my teens, broke ass, colorful hair, weave wearing hood chicks never talk to me. I don't care how fine they were. Hood bitches Good women women that are about themselves have always gravitated towards me. Even if it was only for one night. Keisha, LaWanda, and them, they never come my way. Even when I was a teenager, my energy always said, don't bring me that bullshit. So now you got a passport. And the women that you attract with your energy are the women that know they can turn you into a simp. But as for me, no. It's going to take more than pretty face and a pretty pussy to get me to simp. And my energy says that. My energy says that. There are a lot of us brothers out there that we don't have the same energetic vibration that other dudes have. Other dudes, any bitch feel like she can walk in and out of your life. Am I lying? There are women out there that feel like they could just walk in and out of your life. They ain't got to go to the gym. Come on, some of you dudes got women that they think they ain't got to go to the gym. They ain't got to cook. They ain't got to be supportive. They ain't got to be cooperative. Why? You give off that energy like the type of brother that would accept that shit. Y'all think it's a coincidence that many of us brothers down here got the same type of wives in Cali? And did you think it's coincidence that y'all dudes in Medellin be going through the same bullshit? And then when y'all dudes in Medellin try to come to Cali, it don't work. Y'all here for 3 days and then y'all leave. Why? You ain't got that energy like we got. You got that energy over there for Medellin. Quick fucking. You good for Medellin. Can I be real? For real, can I be real today? Some of us brothers got energy that's excellent for Medellin, Las Vegas, LA, Miami, Texas, Brazil, Rio, not all of Brazil, Rio, parts of Copacabana, parts of Playa, Mexico. You got that energy that's excellent for those party areas. Cartagena. You bring your ass to a Cali, a Santo Domingo instead of going to Sosua, you ain't built for that. You know it. Your energy ain't built for that. So when you go to these areas, you end up simping out. You end up overpaying. How do I know? How do you think the cost of pay for play got fucked up? Simps. When I came to Colombia, pay for play was 60,000 pesos for the finest bitch. That's like what, $17, $15? $15 for the finest chick in Colombia. All it took was a bunch of simps to come down and start overpaying. And now look at what y'all paying. 400,000 pesos for the same coochie that we was paying less than $15 for. Now y'all paying $100 for that. And this is the funny part. The quality of the coochie ain't even good no more. The pay for play that y'all get now, them females look like trash. Y'all think they fine, don't y'all? Yes, you do. You think them Cartagena women fine? Yes, you do. You should have saw them back in the late 2000s when it was in 2015 all the way to 2020. You should have saw how they were dressed back then. How they gave you the girlfriend experience back then. You didn't just get the pussy, you got the meal. They took you around the city and showed you around the city. You got the full girlfriend experience. She went to the airport with you, gave you a hug before you left. Niggas was crying on the plane because the pay-for-play chick gave you the full girlfriend experience in Brazil, in Colombia. The Venezuelan chick that you met. Now, them raggedy bitches y'all fucking, and y'all paying more for it? Man, y'all wasn't around back then. If you wasn't around back then, you don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't getting no girlfriend experience now. Get the fuck out of here. Will she hang with me? Just because you pay a chick to hang with you, that's not the girlfriend experience, bruh. And if you ever had the girlfriend experience, you guys who had it, you know what I'm talking about. where she was not only the pay for play, she was the tour guide, the cook, the maid. She did all of it for $15. Man, listen. Charles said, why Texas, Dre? I don't have that kind of energy. He said, no matter where I go. And it's guys like you and us that don't have that energy. But I'm telling you, some of you guys are easy prey. I hate to say it. Y'all easy prey. Man, if I was a pimp, I'd be sicking some of my hoes on y'all too. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't mad at the Colombian pimps or the Brazilian pimps. You know why? If I saw your simp ass walking down the street, just looking naive to the motherfucking Medellin, I would be sicking bitches on you too. Some of y'all wonder why y'all so easy to get robbed. You so easy to get drugged because you give off energy in advance. Like you're the type that allow any woman to walk in and out of you. Don't matter, she ain't got to be quality as long as she got a pussy. You just let any woman walk in and out of your life. And that's where you got life fucked up. Let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a break because I need me some bottled water. Go get me a bottle of water. And while we do that, you guys already know.
Like so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Lows by the truck. Up the budget, cashing it in, damn I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it. Her name ain't Mega, but yeah, she a stallion. The way that we dressin' ran out of Italian. New chain bustin', peep the medallion. Pour your own troubles out by the gallon. Her name ain't Lotta, but she from the south. Her name ain't Ruby, she got a big mouth. Putting it in, she staking it out. Putting it in, she staking it out. She like salsa, one in a hole, just like a golfer. If you ain't leeching, what can you offer? Ain't got it, they just be talking. Ain't got it, they just be talking. They gon' tell you what you wanna hear. Yeah, put you in a nice pair. Best if you don't listen.
All this shit from me, I'm making her wet. It's double line, they know we the set. They know we up next, that's why they upset. Diamonds on me, and you know it's baguettes. Falling so hot, man, I need me a rap. If you ain't on time, then you can't left. Can't live in the past, ain't got no regrets. Ain't looking for love, just want me. Like it or love it, still gotta respect it. How you in first, but you coming in second. They watching your next, so you gotta protect it. Running it up and we breaking the records. You gave us your last, you should've just kept it. Eyes on me as soon as I step in the eye on me. You know what I'm repping, it's eyes. So yeah, you know what we dressing. Our blessings is coming, they know that we destined. Like it or love it, they know how we coming. You send us the budget, send us the budget. She wanna second, my hands are on weed. She tell me don't touch it. What you doing? We bringing them vibes, you know we don't force it. Tell them don't rush us. Don't rush us at all. Hate us or love us, it really don't matter. Ain't holding no grudges.
Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Lows by the truck, up the budget, cashing it in. Damn I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it.
She want me to touch it, I'm making her cream. Like she a Russian, she for the team. She bring her cousins, I'm bringing my brothers. Now it's the scene, and we all for being.
Like it or love it, I had to just dub it. Ain't no in between, no in between. She for the streets, feeling so geek. She for the streets, feeling so geek.
Like it or love it, they know how we coming. Just send us the budget, send us the budget.
Send us the budget. That's all we ask for. Send us the budget. Oh, that was needed. That was needed, my friends. All right, we got 102 in the building. Click that like button. I like you. I really do. Make sure that you like us too. As I was saying, that at the end of the day, how you carry yourself and what you accept in the States will reflect on what you accept in another country as well. Shout out to you guys for the super chats and the cash apps as well. You say good first sessions, right? Yeah. I kid you not, guys. In all sincerity, I say this because you deserve the best. You're not getting on these planes paying these prices for these flights and these Airbnbs and these hotels and all the other expenses to have women that are of low vibration enter in and out of your life. And if you got low level women in your life, bruh, it's time for change. It's time for you to go on monk mode, because there is no way you should be going to another country and women can even feel comfortable with thinking that they could treat you like a simp. No, bitch, you replaceable. Yeah, they're replaceable. The places that we go to, it should be easy for us to realize that a woman with that type of beauty can be replaced by the next woman with that type of beauty. There is so much beauty in South America. So many gorgeous women in South America. There should never be a time in South America for you to simp over some pussy. No fucking way. When I hear dudes talk about some dude got into an argument, or when I see you dudes sit up there cuffing coochie, all you dudes that got pay for play women in your phone, right? And y'all got some good ones in your phone, right? How come you ain't sharing your hoe with your boys? Ain't no fun that the homies ain't had none. How come y'all don't share y'all pay for play with y'all boys? Remember we used to do hoe facts? Hey, I got one, fellas. She's a quality. I'm gonna give you guys her number. You know, to make sure that she gets some business and make sure that you guys are with a quality woman when you get in town. Some of you dudes got a bunch of quality hoes in y'all phone and y'all don't share them. I'm so glad that I'm not a pay-for-play dude. When I was single, I am thirsty as can be. When I was single, and I kid you not, I would be highly disappointed if I had to be in the pay-for-play world right now with these high-ass prices y'all pay, the trash quality of women that y'all have. They fine, not like they used to be. The women that you think fine now can't compete with the women before 2020. The women in Sasua are trash right now compared to the women before 2020. Cartagena too. Y'all be thinking of women in Cartagena finding a motherfucker, don't y'all? If you was around before 2020, you guys know what I'm talking about. Your boy parched. Game goofy ass. Yep. Cuffing muffin. The coochie. Yeah. Man, if I was in that world in all sincerity, if I was a dude that was in a pay for play, it ain't no pay for play chick that would be on my phone that I wouldn't share with you guys. It ain't one of them. Not one of them. If I was in the pay for play world, let's say I was single and I was in the pay for play world, I promise you this. I promise you this. There wouldn't be one female in my phone. You say that's Swinger Dre talking. That's true. That's true. And maybe you know what? Maybe that is the reason why I am when it comes to women, that I'm not a thirsty dude, because I used to be in the swinger world. So since I was in the swinger world, smashing chicks in the tens, you know, I'm not really impressed like other dudes get pressed and stressed. Like, ooh, she fine, like, oh, she all right. Cause my mind, I'm like, you know, I smashed about 10 of those in one night one time. So maybe, you know, I'm cut from a different cloth. So maybe I should hold a little bit of understanding for my fellow brothers. That's true. He said, these foolish churchianity women conferences encourage these blind women into praying and waiting for their Boaz, their man of God, but skipping the part that Ruth was prepared and raised to be a wife. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Not a doggone partner. Yeah, that is so true. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. And McTow. And C. He said Keisha and LaQuanda only date Pookie and Ray Ray. Yep. Or they date good dudes that are willing to simp for them. Keisha and LaWanda will date for the most part Pookie and Ray Ray or a simp. Some dudes are good dudes, but because Keisha is so freaking fine, you will simp for her knowing she ain't shit. LaWanda give firehead, fire. And you a simp for her. And that's why LaWanda thinks she the shit. And that's why Keisha thinks she the shit on Instagram, because of a lot of simp good dudes that are simps in their DMs. Not Pookie and Ray Ray that are simps. They know Pookie and Ray Ray are who they are. Pookie and Ray Ray and Nook Nook them. But in the DM of a lot of these women are good dudes that are willing to simp. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't flying nobody out, but you simps will. I'll say that again. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't flying none of them chicks in the United States from one part of the country to another part, but you simps have many a day. Many a day. Man, listen. Them Kirby vacuum cleaners, yes, sir. Back in the day, $2,000 vacuum cleaners selling Kirby's. I did everything from selling Kirby's to Kim Moore lawn service. I did like working with Kim Moore lawn service. I did like them because they not only you not only got paid your commission, you not only got paid a salary, but you also got paid a percentage of every lawn service you sold. So if during that summer you sold 100 lawn services, that means every time they went out and sprayed somebody's lawn, you got a percentage of that money. So your paycheck was always good. Shout out to Kim, True Green Kim Lawn. Back in the day. Shout out to Glenn in the building. Shout out to you being here, brother. And my man James of the Palmer family. He said it was like that in Rio before Simps messed it up. We often talk about Pookie and Ray Ray messing up cities, but the Simps, just as bad. Simps in Medellin, ooh, just as bad. Just as bad. And the funny part about simping, you can't even just blame that on the white dudes. Well, white dudes be out there simping. No, you Negroes, boy. Y'all simp just as hard as them white boys. I ain't gonna even lie about that one. Y'all brothers be simping. Like, God, it's not that serious. It is not that serious. Man, you can't tell me how to spend my money. Spend it, bruh. You can't tell me what to do with my time. Use your time the way you want to, brother. But don't be mad because I'm laughing at your ass. See, that's what I'm saying. You can simp all you like, brethren. But don't get mad when the rest of us laugh. Yes, you can spend your money the way you want to. You earned it. You worked for it. It's yours. I'm going to laugh. You can take her out and treat her like a queen. The Colombians know she ain't shit. I know she ain't shit. I'm going to laugh. When you simp, I will laugh. And don't be mad at the rest of us laughing at you. We don't care about how you spend your money, but don't care and get offended and get into your panties in a bundle because we laughing. Negro, we've been telling you forever. You get caught simping, we gonna laugh at your simp ass. It's part of the simp package. The simp package is like what you get in your simp kit. You get money to overspend, time to overuse. You get a couple females that's gonna treat you wrong and make you think it's more than what it is. And at the bottom of the simp kit, if you open up the simp kit, you just open up your little simp kit. You be like, okay, what's in my kit? At the bottom of it is a bunch of brothers laughing at your ass. That's part of the simp kit. All right? So stop being sensitive. If you want us to stop laughing, stop being a damn simp about everything. Sid is absolutely correct. You simps are just as bad as Pookie and Ray Ray. You fuck everything up. Got y'all dudes out there paying $100 for pay for play. What the in a foreign country? $75 for only pay $80. Only for the coochie that's been beat back that used to be $15 and you singing only $80. Man, y'all some damn fools. Shout out to my man Monk Mode in the building. Lord Rich is here. He said, hey family, where are the women of more dark complexion? That's more my speed. I wouldn't know your speed. I wouldn't know. I know here in Cali, we're like the second largest black population in South America outside of Rio. I mean, sorry, outside of Salvador. I believe it's Salvador, Brazil, has the largest black population in South America. But I wouldn't know what you would be looking for in regards when you say more my speed. I wouldn't know. GJ says, when you have no standards, true, you will fall for anything. This is from a man that have a hard time this is from a man that have or has a hard time turning down pretty pussy. Or had a hard time or has a hard time turning down pretty pussy. I ain't never had a problem turning down pretty. Bye, bitch. Bye. I would turn pretty pussy down in a New York minute. Why? Because there's another pretty pussy right behind her. Am I lying? This is South America, brothers. Think about it. This is South America, the continent of pretty pussies. The continent. Man, shit. A continent where you can have different pretty pussies every day for a whole year and they don't look nothing like the last one. You like black women? There are 5 different type of black women in Colombia alone. You got the African descent. You've got the European Spaniard African descent. That means that they had babies with the Europeans. You've got the indigenous black, like Paola, who are 100% African, but their heritage comes from the indigenous of the Amazon jungle. That's why Paola gets her complexion from. She's black, but she's indigenous. You've got those. I just named you 3. So when you say black in Colombia, is not the same. You got mulatto, who are individuals that are mixed with different parts of European descent, or different parts of Latin descent. So in other words, their parents can be from Mexico or from Brazil, but yet they're African. So you got the mulatto. I just named off the 4th one. There are 4 to 5 different types of black in Colombia. So when you sit back and say, are you black? Colombia is like, okay, which one are you talking about? Well, in America, we only talk that is one black and it's just different shades. No, here in Colombia, it's 5 different blacks. Do your homework, fellas. So he's right, man. Man, y'all got, it's just so much beauty here, so much quality here that you can pick and choose. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. He said, I'm looking to get into the next class. Salute, Charles. He's hollering at Charles. Shout out to Charles. Shout out to my man JF being here as well. Jay say, Dre, stop. Dre say, most of these dudes are babies, so we have to give them game. This is true. You know, and I'm more like Grace. I have a tendency of making a mistake of not thinking that everybody every brother's experience is not like mine. I have a tendency of thinking that everybody just out there. No, that was your crazy ass, Andre. That's not everybody. That's just your ignorant ass. So I have to come to the reality that it was just me acting a fool out there, not you guys. He said, you're not lying, brothers be simping. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to do a passport bro video on the level of simping. The sensitive simps. Why? You know why they don't do it? Because dudes too fucking sensitive. And if anybody do a video on simping, dudes gonna be in the comment section crying like little girls. That's why nobody touches the topic. You don't find too many videos out there on simping. You'll hear people use the term, but nobody's done a video on the impact of simps in Colombia. Why? Because the comment section will be full of simps crying about who are you to judge me? Who are you to count my money? You don't know me, blah, 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 crying like bitches. So dudes, don't touch it. Say Cat William told them, maybe you just attracted to ain't shit ninjas. It's the same thing with you dudes.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
Just bring that back.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
True. Simps are kind of worse because they navigate between both classes. That's true. Thinking they get special treatment because they lead with money. That's so true. That is so true. Where are all the beautiful traditional women at? I don't know. I wouldn't know. The reason why I say that is because that's a loaded question, Romeo. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. You said, where are all the beautiful? Everybody's judgment call on beauty is different. Now, I know you're not going to be telling no ugly chicks they're beautiful. What I'm saying is, what you define as beautiful, because, for example, let's say you're into Asian chicks. What am I talking about South America for? If you're into Asian chicks, let's say you're into South American women, or you're into our African descent, African diaspora sisters. So your location of beauty might be different from what another man's location of beauty is. Secondly, the next one is traditional, fit, feminine, friendly. They're everywhere. If you find, I'm gonna say this in all sincerity, guys, if you find it hard to attract beautiful traditional women, you're gonna have to start doing some introspection with yourself. It should not be that hard for us when we hit a certain stage of life that any type of woman could walk in and out of our lives. It should just be beautiful, traditional-ish. Nobody's perfect, but traditional-ish women that have the ability to want to approach you. When I was single here in Colombia, when I was mainly going to Medellin, I wasn't with no trashy chicks. Every chick that I was with had a job. Every chick I was with had a degree. Every single one of them. I didn't have to try. I didn't have to look for chicks with degrees. I didn't have to look for chicks with jobs. The universe knew, don't bring Andre no bullshit. And guess what the universe was giving me? The type of women that I was attracted in the States. Literally, they were no different. Literally. I was smashing the chicks with the nice cribs in the States. I smashed the chicks with the nice cribs here. I was smashing the chicks with the nice jobs in the States. Same thing here. I've had my share of politicians here. I kid you not. From Colombian chick to Brazilian chicks to Venezuelan chick. It was always quality. Always. And I'm going to tell you something about Andre. The few times in life that I ever tried to get with just a regular ass chick, it never worked. Either the date was bad, the energy was off, we just didn't get along. It was just something that wasn't right. You ever try to date outside your lane because the woman just so fine? That's what I was doing. I was dating outside my lane because the woman was just so fine. And it just didn't work. It was like, one of these things do not belong here. Is some of those situations. Let me finish off these comments, and then we're going to get up out of here, guys. He said, and I'm not going to lie, Dre. He said, I was a simp in my 20s. Oh, we all were simps in our 20s. Not all, but many of us were. I know I was. Before I got locked down. I was only out there in my 20s for 3 years. So go figure. I was never a simp. See, some of us never hit it. He said, but I have been known to be a little low key. Shout out to Jake. I ain't mad at you, brother. Greg says, real bad, man. 22, 23, baby mama. Yeah, man. We've all been there. Andre already warned us sisters are going to be sisters everywhere. So, I'm good. Just want to fit feminine, cooperative, and respect. That's true. I'm glad that you said that. He's 100% correct. Living here, vacationing in these locations, and when we relocate to these locations, bruh, it's totally different experience. Bruh, I'm telling y'all, sisters are sisters are sisters. Don't ever think you gonna come here to Colombia. And I know she gonna make you a meal, and I know she gonna give you some good sex, and I know that she gonna make sure that you well taken care of. But that attitude, oh bruh, in that mouth, that's universal. That's universal. Now, do some of y'all got some really nice, kind of like docile females and their sisters? Yeah, but you can find that in the States too. But we know for the most part, bruh, and I hate to bust y'all bubble, but yeah, sisters are sisters. Don't ever think a sister not a sister. Ever. And I mean, I've met some really cool, down-to-earth sisters. And they still sisters. And they do sister shit to let you know. Don't get it fucked up because you in South America, that sisters ain't sisters. He 100% correct. And when you visit here, you don't notice it as much. But when you live here, shit. Okay. Shout out to my man Curtis Jackson in the building. He says, you think about American women. He said, what do you think about American women going to other countries and start pledging in the middle of the dance floor? Did they do that? No, these sisters didn't act like they were just doing a sorority girl thing in the middle of the dance floor. And I'm going to tell y'all something. There are some good women from the States that travel. There really are. And I've seen a lot of them. But I have seen my fair share of women that are embarrassments, just like I've seen my fair share of brothers that are embarrassment. Women embarrass in different ways than brothers do, but it's still embarrassing. Women usually are embarrassing because they're walking there loud. Like sisters are loud than a motherfucker when you see them in other countries. Usually they're larger than the women in other countries too. You don't realize how big sisters are until you get them out the States. You be like, damn, y'all big. There's only a few, stop me when I'm lying. There's only a few times I've seen sisters come from the States and they weren't big girls compared to the locals. Now, compared to the women in the States, they blend right in. But compared to the locals or whatever country, bruh, there are very few times I've seen sisters that came down and they were fit. I think, and personally, and I'm gonna say this in all sincerity, I've seen of sisters that have come down. Four that I could say that had decent bodies and structure. 4. I kid you not. You don't realize how big sisters are from the States until they leave the States. You think they big in the States, but when you put them next to a woman in DR, or you put them next to the women in Thailand, or you put them next to the women in Brazil, they look big than a motherfucker. Stop. Am I lying? I'm not hating. I'm just saying what I see. Well, y'all look big next to the men in other countries too. I can say that too. You know, I'm always talking about how fat dudes are, and we need to get our asses in some gyms and working out. I'll be going to the gym today. Some of y'all be going to the buffet today. Us men, we got to make, like I always say, what do I always say? If you're going to be with a younger woman and she going to be calling you daddy, that don't mean that your big ass need to be built like her daddy. Some of y'all be with younger women and you make them look like younger women because you look old than a motherfucker. Get your ass in somebody's gym. Get your body right so your facial structure will get a lot better. Your shoulder structure will look a lot better. So when you with a younger woman that's in her early 30s, late 20s, mid 20s, it kind of like looks a little better. You in your 50s. You got gray hair and shit. So you gotta I gotta keep my ass in the gym. I can't be no fat ass dude out here, fat in the fuck with gray hair, and I got the hot young chick. I'm looking like a sugar daddy. She found her an American zaddy. Fuck that. Now I'm walking around fat as fuck, feeling insecure as hell, thinking Andrea cheating on me. No, hell no. No. I keep my ass in somebody's gym and I'm drinking water all the damn time. All the time. We ain't gonna sit up here and just talk about the women from the States, because I be seeing y'all asses weeble wobble and don't fall down. I be seeing y'all fat asses in DR, fat asses in Brazil, be like, what the fuck? And y'all think because y'all got a few dollars to throw a chick, she gonna take your money, but she ain't respecting you. Some of you dudes ain't seen your dick in 3 years. You don't get your big ass in the gym for your heart bust. And then everybody gonna be all sad. You heard about brother so-and-so, he passed on. God bless the dead. Man, get y'all big asses in the gym and stop eating late at night. And get some water in your regimen. Hell you doing? Hey Dre, how can I set up a one-on-one? Send me an email, brother. Send me an email. We will schedule your one-on-one. Let me put my email up there right now. Send me an email. I got a couple of emails I need to go through. Remember, guys, I'm going through the throat surgery all next week. Andre will be doing the live streams after tomorrow. So I'll be doing the live stream with Andre and I with Chantel Simone. Will be doing the live stream tomorrow evening. But after that, for a week, Andrea will be doing the live streams. So y'all be hanging out with your girl. Love Bed and Kia. Love it. Love it. If I wasn't in Cali, I'd be in Bed and Kia. With hands down, no questions asked. The only thing about Bed and Kia that it would take me a minute to get used to is that it's, Bed and Kia and Cartagena are, closer to the equator, so they're a little bit hotter than Cali. But other than that, because when it gets hot, in the Atlantico area of Colombia. But other than the heat, I love it. Barry said growth modified organism women. True, man. There'd be some big sisters coming down here to Colombia, man. I'd be like, are y'all serious? He said, I just finished my workout. Time to eat. There you go. Get our asses in somebody's gym. And ain't I'm telling you, ain't nothing like going to the gym in South America. Ain't nothing, boy. You will stay in the gym in South America. If you saw what was in there, just to get your eye candy on, man, goodness gracious. Jay said, I have been drizzle all over their face. Just drizzle on their face. Drizzle these broads for real for decades. He said, I don't tolerate a bad behavior from any chick. That's right. Oh, I'm just like Jay. I'm a cutoff artist. I'll cut a chick off in the New York minute. Shout out to my man Sid in the building. He said, don't be no fat ass old man with a pretty young lady. Facts. Go to the gym and get in shape. I'm 54 and hit that gym on a regular. I'll be 57 this year. Bruh, I'm telling you, you got to hit that gym. They love an older dude that's taking care of his body. You ain't take care of your body, nothing. You ain't drinking no water. You ain't getting no proper sleep. No wonder you got to leave with your wallet. Shit, if I was fat as fuck like you, I'd be leaving with my wallet too. I'm serious. If I was fat as a fuck as some of you dudes, man, that you don't give a damn about your body. You got the same bone structure as we got. So ain't no such thing as big boned. You can't be like chicks, my thyroid. Bitch, please. It ain't that many goddamn motherfuckers with thyroid issues. Y'all want to sit up there. Y'all can't use them excuses. The only excuses is that your ass been doing spoon ups and forklifts. That's it. You've been doing spoon ups and forklifts. Shoveling shit in that face. Shout out to Shay Shay in the building. Water and smoothies. Cut down on the sugar. Yes, sir. It's the little things. Little things. And I'm going to tell you something. All you blue pill poppers, the Cialises, the Blue Chews, come on now. Levitra, the Viagras. I'm telling you, once you get your health back on track, it will amaze you how your sex life as an older man takes off. It would amaze you how hard and how long you're going to be going. I kid you not, your sex life is connected to your health life. And what I mean by there are articles that have been out, and I know about these articles about 20 years ago, that there's a connection between a man's sex life and how he exercises, works out, and take care of his body. But y'all rather leave with your dollar and go and pop a pill, huh? Pop a pill or two. Shout out to my brother, the Ultimate Warrior, watching this stream on the replay 404. Shout out to them 404 boys. Oh yeah. DJ Dean says, shout out to the big girls. Shout out to the big guys. Shout out to y'all big asses out there. Hey, everybody ain't gonna be a Slim Goody. Everybody's not gonna, but at least focus on your health. Shout out to my man Glow in the building. At least focus on your health. Everybody's not going to be slim. There's going to always be some big dudes, big women in the world. But at least try to focus on your health. Go for a walk. Even if you don't make it to the gym. You're in this new country, go for a walk. Just don't go for an Uber. If it's a 20-minute walk, walk it. Get your ass out there. Get some melanin in your some vitamin B. Let that sunlight hit you. Jeff stay in the gym. He looking good. Jeff says, soon to be 54, I stay in the gym and I'm in good shape. I can say that about my uncle. And when he was down here, none of the women believed that he was my uncle. My Theo. In Espanol, uncle is Theo. Ronnie says, respect to my brother Andre Saludo. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Ronnie. Rowan. Chad says, U.S. food is bad. U.S. food is trash. Yeah, it's trash. It's trash, man. They feed y'all trash. Even the health food spots, Whole Food is trash. Why? Because it's made damn near with the same pesticide foods that I'm gonna tell you guys this. I've never seen a pesticide plane here in Colombia, and all around here is farmland. I've never seen a pesticide plane. All these goddamn fruits and vegetables they got them growing around South America. Have you guys ever seen a plane flying around spraying shit? What about one of those machines that spray shit all over the plane? You ain't seen. I ain't seen that either. I have never seen that in South America. He said, I'm coming to Cali in August for the August 1st for the festival. Any advice? The festival is going to be from the 14th through the 19th. Starts on a Wednesday. So if you're going to be here for the festival, make sure that you get your Airbnb at least. Guys, this is all sincerity. Make sure you get your Airbnb at least by July. Early July. I would say late June. Make sure that you have your Airbnb on the north side of the city, which is in Granada area, La Flora, Chippy Chape, Chippy Chape area, which is out north, out here. There are reasons why I say out north. Everything is in walking distance. You need to go to a store, it's right there. You need a restaurant, it's right there. You want to go to a nice bar, it's right there. Club, right there. Hang out with us fellas, we all out north. You get you a spot out south. I always say this. Whenever dudes come to Cali and they say, I got a spot out south, the only question I have is one thing. What's her name? What you mean, Dre? Bruh, you got an Airbnb out south. Now, out south is nice, but nothing is in walking distance. Nothing. Maybe a few mom and pop restaurants, but a few corner stores, but nothing really is in walking distance out south. So the only time dudes come to Cali, Colombia, and you're out south, you're out there because a woman is out there that you're trying to get with. That's the only time dudes are out south. That's it. So when I say La Flora, Granada, Chippy Chape is in all these areas are out north, out here. Well, all of us other brothers that live here, this is where we are. This is where we all hang out. And everything is in walking distance. The barber shops, if you want to get your fade done, the barber shops are out here. The grocery stores are out here. You're surrounded by like 9 or 10, if not 12 gymnasiums are out here. All that. Shout out to Dre. He said Granada was fire when I was out there last September. Yes, sir. Really nice. Really nice. Everything is in walking distance in Granada. Chippy Chape is where the mall area is. This out where we are. I'm about 4 or 5 blocks from Chippy Chape. So I'm right down the street. I'm about 5-minute drive from La Flora area and a 10-minute drive from Granada. Granada is on this side of the city. I mean, this side of the north. And La Flora is on this side of the north. And Chippy Chape, we're right in the middle of that of both of them on the side of the north. But we're all close together. The clubs that we go to, the manga area, the airport. While you dudes hanging out south, it takes you 1 hour and 15 minutes to get from the airport. Now, some dudes say I got to hook up on, I could drive through. It take me 45 minutes to get to the airport from out south. That's cool. But most people, it's about 1 hour, 15 minutes. From out north, 25 minutes. The airport is right there. So when I come pick guys up from the airport, it's literally right there. It's literally right there. He said, I want a thick brown skinned Colombiana with a big heart and a sweet voice. There's some down here. There's a lot down here that really nice women down here. I kid you not. There are some good ones down here. Don't get me wrong. When I say sisters are sisters, I'm just saying that they give up that same energy. But there's some really good women down here. Really good women. Yep. He said, yep, I was up in the hills. Yep. I know exactly where you were. Shout out to Grenada area. He said, north side of the city is the only place I want to stay. And my brother, he's been here several times. And every time he comes, the north side. That's why I say when you guys go on the south side, nothing is there. Even though the event for the Petronio Alvarez Afro-Colombian Festival is going to be on the south side, you don't want to be on the south side. Y'all caught that? Even though it'll take us 30 minutes to drive to the event, you want to go to the event, have your fun, enjoy yourself, but you want to ride back out north because all the fun is going to be out north. Ain't nothing going to be popping out south. He said, I can't wait to get down there. He said, I'm still going to book a consultation. Yes, sir. So if any of you guys that want to book a consultation with me and walk through all that you need to do before you come down here, make sure, like, for example, this is free from the consultation. Make sure that you fill out your check-mig form when you're coming to Colombia and leaving Colombia. And some of you guys right now want, what's the check-mig? It's the immigration form that Colombia has people fill out before, at least 72 hours before you come. Like if you come on a Wednesday, this form, you can fill it out on Wednesday if let's say you're coming on Wednesday, that means that you have that form filled out either that Monday, Tuesday, or even that Wednesday while you're at the airport. Within a 72 hour window. They're going to ask you at the airport before you even get in line, do you have your check-mig form completed? If you don't, you just step out. No big deal. You step out of line, pull it up, fill it out on your cell phone. It only takes 15 minutes to fill it out. It's only 5 pages. They send you a receipt to your email, proving that you just filled it out. You show it show them your check-mig on your phone, and then they let you in line to come into Colombia at the airport while you're in Miami, or in if you're flying out of whatever city in the States. They will ask you before you leave the States, do you have your check-mig or your immigration form filled out? If you don't, they'll just ask you to just step out of line and fill it out real quick, and then you fill it out. These are the things that we make sure that you have during the consultation, as well as other things. eSIM cards, your Rappi app, your InDriver apps, all the apps that you need while you're here in Colombia. That'll make your transition a lot easier. He said, I'm coming to Colombia. Do you have any services that I could take advantage of? I will be there in the northern area. He also says that I'm coming to Cali next week and will be wanting to know if you have any services that I could take. Not next week. Remember, next week I'm having throat surgery. So I'll just be recuperating from that. It's minor surgery, but Andrea is not gonna let me do anything or go anywhere next week. She's gonna be on wife mommy mode. Where you going, Andrea? What are you doing? All Andrea said, what you can do is you can edit videos. She said that's the most that you can do next week. What's the dollar conversion? Right now it's low. The dollar conversion in Colombia right now is usually like 4 to 1, 4,000. In other words, it's 4,001 pesos, 4,500 pesos. Now it's 37. Now it's as low as 37. Let me see what it is right now. I'll pull it up and let you guys see this. Colombian pesos and US dollars. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh, it's starting to move itself up. Let me pull this up on the screen for you guys. It's starting to move itself up. Let you guys see this. And then I'll talk about how we normally calculate it. You guys getting some consultations information. I'm hooking y'all up. Okay, here we go. So as we look at the screen, let's scroll right here. And you see the Colombian peso is 3,800 to 1 to every $1. So it usually hovers above 4,000 or below 4,000. That's normally where it hovers. It was 3,700 the other day. Now it's moving its way back up. Here's what we normally do, and some of you guys do this too. If you're in the grocery store or at a restaurant, you can use your card anywhere. Your U.S. card, don't worry about it. For the most part, you can use it anywhere. Here's the kick. Here's the catch. Let me see if I got some pesos in here. Any Colombian pesos, for example, let me move this out of the way. Here are 50,000 Colombian pesos, right? That all you do is how much is it in US dollars? Divided by 4. So in your mind, you just divide this by 4. So what's that, like $17, $16? So you just divide it by 4. I don't care if it's just 2,000 Colombian pesos. 2,000 pesos is like 57, 58 cents. Divided by 4. Let me see if I have anything. All I got is the larger bills, the 50s in here. So you just divide that by 4. Anytime you have Colombian cash and you're wondering how much you're spending, you just take it and divide it by 4, and it just makes it a lot easier. So you'll know what you're spending US dollars. Remember also, in Colombia, taxation is already in the cost. So if you see this jersey, if this jersey is 100,000 pesos, you don't go to the counter and it says 112,000 pesos. It doesn't work like that. Like the United States, it doesn't work like that in Colombia. Whatever the price is on the tag, that's the price of the item. Taxes are already included. So you don't never have to feel like when you come to Colombia that, when you get to the counter, it's going to be a 10% or 15% extra tax type of thing. So you don't have to worry about that. He said, what's the name of this song? What the song that I'm playing? I don't know. I got it off of Epidemic Sounds. I have a membership with Epidemic Sounds, so they allow me to use their catalog of music no matter what I want to use. Thanks, studio. Yeah, this is minor surgery. It's minor laser surgery. Hey, some of you guys could hear the rasp, and you can hear when I'm talking, my voice kind of cracks like a teenager. And that's because I got like a small cyst that they just going to go down and do this. They're going to numb my throat. Then they're going to go down, zzz, and that's it. Like I said, it's like 15 minutes. And then I can't talk for 5 days. Andre not talking for 5 days. He said, yeah, I got to get down to Colombia, man. You'll love it down here. Life-changing. So beautiful. Just the nature. Some of you guys haven't hit the zoo yet, man. Cali has a really nice zoo. We got bowling alleys down here, golf courses. Me and Andre always driving past the fishing holes. So if you're a guy that likes to fish, yeah, Colombia got fishing for you too. I kid you not, man. There's just so much to do that's down here. We got 2 major golf courses down here. If you're a guy that like to play golf, I'm telling you, it's down here in Colombia. Medellin's got 2 really nice golf courses too. And the bowling, even if you see, you got to. I'm one of those dudes that I'm kind of like bad in a lot of sports, but I don't care. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not the best fisherman, but I'm going out there fishing. I'm not the best bowler, but I'm out there bowling. I do not play golf the best, but I'm out there talking trash, knowing that my swing is horrible. I like having fun in life. So I don't try to just play stuff that I'm the best at. I like to do a little bit of anything. I'll go out there and run 5Ks, knowing that I remember one time I'm in Tampa, right? And I've been training for this 5K race. I'm getting ready. I'm losing weight. I'm looking good. I'm running every day, getting out there, getting my speed up. I'm thinking I'm doing something, right? How come the day of the race, I think I'm rolling with it, doing my little 5K run, right? Till this white woman with a baby stroller. You know, the baby stroller with the giant wheels in the back. She had that baby, and that baby stroller shot past me so fast. And with a baby stroller. And it was a 5K race around Tampa Stadium. It was like a fundraiser that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were having, a 5K event that they do every year. And I live down the street from the stadium, right? And down the street from the stadium is all Colombian. That whole area by the Buccaneer Stadium is the whole area of Colombia. In other words, that if you live in that area, you know there's nothing but Colombians in that Armenia area, right off of Hillsborough area. There ain't nothing but Colombians all in that area, right? Colombian flag everywhere, Colombian restaurants, grocery stores, all that, right? And so I'm thinking I'm doing something. Man, that lady with that stroller, she had that stroller, she shot past me so fast. I was like, I guess my little 3 months of training didn't do anything. He said, oh, no, getting outpaced by a woman in the baby stroller. Crazy. I know, bro. She got me, bro. I was part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. Kid you not, man. I thought I was doing something. You can tell me, my little self, nothing. He said, thanks for the information. Yes, sir. Thank you for the $4.99, man. Yeah, I got outpaced, man. But let me let you guys go, man. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me make sure I hit all the super chats. Shout out to all you guys that are here. And we'll be here tomorrow with our girl, Chantel Simone. And she'll be talking about her journey from Jamaica to the States, as well as her YouTube experience, as well as her support for Black men getting their passports and going to other countries. Once again, you've been watching Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. Your boy is out of here. I'm on my way to the gym. I hope you are too. See you guys later. Let me get that exit video out for you guys.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg det igen? Du vill ha ice and little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig, baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Som dig, baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv, baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan, varför du med annan? Kom var med mig, baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan, jag vill ha min chakarinna. Låta och säg ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klottar die for you. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp för dig, baby. Ingen annan. i min city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det blir bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min ni kör det. Skön social smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vad du finns, yeah.